So with that, we are Legends of Avantris. Thank you for being here with us today on Whimsday for our Once Upon a Witchlight campaign. Roll that beautiful bean footage, Rich.
Once upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her tower, and through grand halls past lock and key came to her slumber dreams of three. The first brought laughter filled with fright, the second, love defiled by spite, the third, a world of pure delight. She welcomed these, they were her own, but soon from porcelain lips a groan, her silvery dreamscape now forsaken, to pain from which she'd not awaken. Something blighted had come hither, foul as nightshade creeping thither, from yon the grave-like curse did wither. The little prince wept in his spire, his wounded heart had one desire, a ballad from the dreaming queen could turn his maelstrom mind serene. He vowed her rescue, speech sincere, but toys would be his shield and spear, and so he scoured for one full year. In springtime wreathed in parenthood, the prince first found a toy of wood, a doll set, beasts and wild things. But listen close, and each one sings a song of child, owl, and bear, a song that calls the spirits there, a song for monsters with much hair. When summer heat steamed like a kettle, the prince then found a toy of metal, a rocking horse with ashen mane. Around its neck was draped a chain. Its horn and eyes and nose shoot flame, with mighty hooves and sturdy frame. No better steed one could proclaim. He searched from autumn's harvest throne. The prince then found a toy of bone, lettered blocks stacked to the sky, when turned to words could only lie. Deceit known to the hounds of hell makes for a potent hex or spell of souls, of sin, of Shadowfell. Through winter's chill from peak to pass, the prince then found a toy of glass, marble spun in measured motion, like careful thought or certain notion, each glinting cat's eye seeing all, from stars beyond the cosmic sprawl, to inner strength and mind's recall. The day has come, no time for rest. The fateful toys placed in a chest, with stripes of white and stripes of red, just like a big top by his bed. The little prince prepares a flower for either outcome, sweet or sour, and makes a wish for love, for power. Once upon a witchlight hour.
I'm going to turn the music on. I totally forgot.
It was when I gave you this knowing look.
It was. I looked over and like, oh,
Come enjoy some nice confectionery treats, children.
I mean, that's really the vibe we need.
You saw a horrible pig witch.
Oh.
You find yourself standing within the Hall of Illusions. You have just witnessed this halfling man that you know had been turned down recently outside of the Hall of Illusions due to the partner he was with succumbing to a Tasha's hideous laughter spell. You watched him run into the Hall of Illusions completely heartbroken at the fact that this woman that he loved so much would burst into laughter at the idea of tying herself to him for the rest of their lives. And as you make your way through the Hall of Illusions, you end up finding him at the very end of one of the halls, staring into a mirror. Reflected in it, the figure of a small, almost childlike entity wearing the mask of a pig, as she calls out to him that all of his problems can be solved if he just takes her hand. You call out to him. You try to get his attention. You try to get him to believe in you. Why are you laughing? You're thinking about that fucking pig, aren't you? Get it out.
Waddle is in your head rent-free. Waddle is living and reads his head rent-free.
You're like, she came out of the pig mask. In my head, I was like, kinda sus.
Just get it out.
Instagram story to see what makes us laugh.
I also posted to a TikTok story as well.
You know?
Get it out.
Just get it out, Mace.
I'm back in.
Are you back in?
I just won't
Am
look
I
at
allowed
it.
to say the word pig at any point during this session?
I'm picturing waddles. That's what the villain looks like to me now.
Real quick, can I say thank you for the sub Greco for DM?
What a great Twitch
That's a great name. Thank you.
Great
Thank
Twitch
you. Yeah, I
name.
used to be the forever DM, and now it barely happens.
Now you're the forever
Now I'm the forever
Did
DM.
Greco say you all start off in a tavern?
Oh, you all start off in a tavern because I'm fresh out of ideas.
Fuck you, this campaign started.
Oh, and you have to, the old man comes in and says, oh, my sheep are being killed. You have to go murder those terrible, bloodthirsty goblins. Did I write this?
Alright, can we play this session?
Yeah.
I don't even remember where we were.
The pig mask.
Yep. Are you alright?
There's a mirror, there's a halfling.
Yes.
Or,
She was
no,
offering
halfling.
help. to
She
the
was
lost soul.
calling out to him to take her hand and to join her, that all of his problems can be solved if he just follows her into the mirror. And against your wishes, he does. And it is here that we begin. It is mostly quiet in this long hall, the mirrors that line it reflecting the image of you at your current age. They're twisted and warped, but it's you all the same, as the sound of the wedding band clings and clangs on the floor, right in front of the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
There's no longer the reflection of that pig-headed girl. There's no longer a reflection of the small halfling man. It's just you.
That fella's doomed, but I tried.
Yeah, you really did.
I kind of went, and I sort of, jogged for half a step.
Oh, was that you? You kind of you stepped like a half
I'm
step,
kind of like,
and you kind of said, "Oh."
I said, yeah. I tried, but he didn't listen.
That's maximum effort from Grammy.
I tried to quickly convey that the partner had been under the effects of the spell, but he didn't hear me.
Yeah, he's real tied up with that pig.
I mean, I've been in a similar situation. And once you got your mind set on glorious power and potentially never-ending life, it's hard to convince a fella. So I don't blame him, I guess. And, maybe even if it was a spell, he had just been enticed. He'd been seduced by that lovely, handsome pig. Pig woman. Pig mask. I'm not sure.
Let's go ahead and do a quick recap, because I'm noticing in chat a couple of people are saying that they're confused. They'll catch up eventually, but I figure we can do a quick overview really quickly for those that are there.
We got a bunch
Yes.
of new folks. Sure.
So because we do have a bunch of new folks here today, this is only session 4? Five? Oh my gosh, we've played more than I thought. This is only session 5 of our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, and essentially what is happening here is this party of 4 has accepted a mission by a warlock, Pact of the Fey patron. Their patron Zabilna has gone missing inside of the Feywild in a realm called Prismere, and Madrick has tasked these 4 with finding a way into Prismere to make sure that their patron is safe, so that they can pass on to the afterlife with a free conscience. In doing so, they will receive a lifetime's worth of adventuring travels that equates to nearly that of a dragon sword. So this group has decided they wanted to go on that quest. They were informed that they could potentially find an entrance into Prismere through the Witchlight Carnival, which happened to be in town at the time. And they are currently at the final night of the Witchlight Carnival. It will not be back for 8 years, and they are slowly unraveling some of the things that are going on with Prismere while they try to find a way into Prismere itself.
Can
And
you
that
zoom me in a
is
little
essentially
bit?
what they are doing.
Yeah, you
I
guys
look
are
like
a
I'm
little-
Rick Moranis small.
I'm short and I've got a big head because I'm a goblin. Hey, Frosty! Thank you for the follow, Lucky Rat. Are you the rat man from the child casino on account of you being so lucky?
That rat wasn't very lucky, I don't think.
I'm gonna walk up, and while the others are talking, I'm going to reach down and pick up the ring.
You do that. It is a small, golden circlet. It appears to be not shoddily made, but you can tell that it's not highest quality, but you do see that along the inside rim, there are words etched there. What languages do you speak?
That's a great question. I know it's going to be common. In addition, I'm
Well
also...
done.
Thank you. Celestial and Elvish.
Oh, that's lovely. It is in a language that you're not familiar with.
Ooh, language of the elves.
I think I should hold on to this, and perhaps if we run into his partner again, I'll be able to give it to her for safekeeping.
I suppose that's true. I mean, after all, why shouldn't you keep it?
No, I'll give it back to her.
Oh, why shouldn't you keep it?
Because it's not mine. It's not mine. It's the treasure that
I think she got
romance
pulled.
for his
I
beloved.
think she's like in the infirmary.
As I understand it, the ring was already offered to her, and she declined in a fit of laughter.
And I think in the back of her mind, she'd be aware that she offended her partner, and we're going to have to pass on the bad news that he has gone into some sort of mirror dimension.
And likely dead.
And very possibly dead.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Everyone I've ever seen go the way of the pig is not come back.
That's true.
Tell me more about this
Wait,
way of the pig.
Is that how they get to the farm? They go through a spooky mirror like that?
Wait, we didn't
Is
have
that
to
what
take
you
him to
did?
the mirror, did we?
No, he just drives the wagon up to the, to that sketchy farm where you give them a gold piece and they look the other way.
Oh, and they cut. And that, wait, is that why? And you came back. It was a butcher shop, and you came back with a side of elk every time.
Well, it wasn't identified as a butcher shop, but one could say that happens there.
I was so excited for elk night every time. Gideon's coming back with a side of elk. That means that you fed someone for the pixies time.
This is what
I had to.
it looked like.
Oh,
Just for context.
Oh.
so it's
It had a big lollipop like that?
Oh my god.
Well, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So you, I'm curious to learn more about the process of you guys getting rid of dead bodies, but we have an interesting mystery on our hands here. Do you think that perhaps this is the portal to Prismere?
I guess it's what we came here to find out. Should we try and see, maybe like wave a hand into it and see if we... I don't know.
Did I do that last time? I can't remember, but I'm
No. We said, and then suddenly you just stopped for a second.
Before you attempt to do that, I need to center myself. I thought that there wouldn't be much risk today, but I'm going to increase my ability to defend myself should there be combat. I'll focus for but a moment. My robe will glow just a little bit brighter. 10 lumens. And I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Thank you for specifying the lumens.
Yeah, 10 nits.
Oh, look at all those lumens. There's at least maybe 8 or 9 of those.
Probably 10. Alright.
All right, well then, since you just did that fancy, whatever you just did, would you like to do it then? Do the honors?
Oh yeah, Frosty, you led us into that lovely maze. Although I did all the work
For
before Mr. Scarecrow. No one else wanted to put any elbow grease into it.
For some reason, the D&D Beyond doesn't want to acknowledge my new AC. And I will spend the beams to do that, which I think is first level, so 1 beam? I'll look that up. Yes, I'd be happy to give this a try. I'll reach out and press my palm.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, before I press the palm?
No.
Okay.
As you press your palm.
As I press the palm?
I like to, as he's reaching out to it, I'd like to just behind the mirror, if I could.
Oh.
Ooh.
The mirror is attached to the wall. There's no behind
That's what I
the mirror.
figured.
Oh, I pictured it kind of like a Harry Potter situation.
Oh, like
That would have been more in like a dressing, like a personal quarters instead of a house of horrors.
It's a house of illusions.
Illusions.
I don't know. Something sitting in the dead center of a room when you get to it. Somebody gets sucked in by a pig.
nice and central,
Mhm.
focal point of the room.
Yeah, no, it's at the very end of the hallway.
Yeah, that's what I was envisioning.
Oh.
12.
Wow, that's a really high roll, so it gets you nothing. You press your hand.
I love D&D.
Get obliterated.
You brush your hand into the mirror, and it gives a little bit at first. It feels like there's some not. How do I explain this? Almost like it's water for a second, but then it firms up very quickly, and it is clearly just a glass mirror.
Well, I can't seem to press through it. Portal is closed. If it is the entrance to Prismere, then we either need to do something or have some sort of spell, or perhaps break the mirror, or perhaps it's just part of this Hall of Illusions, and this has nothing to do with our ultimate quest.
I like your one idea. When I take out 2
What
handkerchiefs,
idea?
just wrap your fist before you do it. You don't like slice an artery. You know what I mean?
I don't feel comfortable breaking property. That's the
your
last
idea.
resort.
I've seen so much blood on your knuckles, and it's usually somebody else's.
Oh wait, hold on. Does anyone have those rules? Those
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yes,
sleeping
the
in
rules of
class.
hospitality.
Oh,
the rule of
no
ownership,
takesies backsies.
the rule of
That's the one.
reciprocity.
Equal or lesser value.
Yes.
I'll forget the other one.
My point is there some kind of like fairy law against breaking property, even if we're trying to save a poor defenseless halfling?
That is an
fella?
interesting moral conundrum.
That does seem
Grammy.
to create a conundrum between the rule of ownership and the rule of reciprocity.
Don't we know? Oh wait, no. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light do own it, but they just didn't always own it. So we would still be breaking and vandalizing their property.
Let's inform someone, and perhaps they'll give us the permission to break it, and then we can come back here and you can fist the mirror all you like.
Oh, sounds like a good time.
I'll take my handkerchiefs back.
Okay, well, okay. Yeah,
Thank you.
So you think? I always preferred old mill rides to houses of illusions. Carry on.
This has not been very fun so far. But do you think we can go to someone of authority around here and get deputized?
And perhaps we can talk to the bugbear friend that you said hello to.
Oh, Jerry!
Just a few.
No, we're gonna meet at the gondolas and share a tuna fish sandwich.
It's true. We're going to do that.
Could he preordain us to commit violence of various kinds?
I actually don't remember what Jerry did. I just don't even know if his name was Jerry.
Roll. His name definitely wasn't Jerry.
Fuck!
Roll an intelligence check.
I was calling Colin, apparently. Ranald for 3 years and nobody corrected me. I failed terribly.
I'm going to put money on the fact that you actually don't remember
Hey.
his name and you're just making this up the whole time.
Hey,
Yeah, you know his name isn't Jerry, but it's something close. So it's good enough, and he responds to it. And you're pretty sure that he slung the manure outside of the big top.
oh no. That Jerry's job, he was the dung slinger.
Well, that was 8 years ago.
It was 8 years ago. It was a long time. Oh, maybe he's moved up in the world.
Yeah,
Perhaps he's running the dung show this time. Anyway, I feel like we really witnessed a very tragic thing, but I don't know what's befallen our young friend. Kramer, what do you think? This is your bag, right?
Are you? Is Jerry the young friend you're talking about, or that
Oh no,
halfling?
the young
guy?
man what ran off without asking, like, oh hey, sweetie Snookums, maybe. Hey, what's up?
I mean, I could take a look, I guess.
Why are you
Frost
laughing?
already did it, but I mean,
Want
I
a
guess-
land of strange charms and magics? Perhaps I should just check before I run off and join a horrible witch through a mirror. You know, am I going to be the only one to say it?
We don't know what kind of creature that was. It was some sort of entity. It didn't seem like a witch or a hag or anything.
They may have problems, you know. You don't know what's going on in their lives.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like you need to stop and communicate.
Well, let me take a look. I probably have a keener eye than Frost does. Let me see. I'm gonna touch the mirror and kind of get
Roll
a
an
sense.
Arcana check.
Fail horribly. Ooh, that's not bad. I think that's a 17.
Ooh.
17.
You place your hands on the mirror, and it is fully firm. It just feels like a mirror. There's no movement to it. What Frost described, the strange, almost like watery motion to it the moment he had touched it, you don't feel that at all. But you do sense a magical hum, and it is akin to teleportation magics.
Hold up. I'm getting a little something.
Oh,
This is a magic mirror.
oh, is it Meemaw's etouffee?
What?
You said you're getting a little taste of something, and you're like hot dog. It's like Meemaw, just like how Meemaw used to make.
Oh, like knee-high and a grasshopper.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, it's like a sack of corn pone. Or what are you always saying? Bone.
It's just a magic door.
Oh.
You didn't sense that? I guess,
No, I felt a little something, but you seem to taste the magic in the air.
I mean, I could just kind of feel it. You know what I mean? If you were attuned to the arcane powers of the world, which I guess your style's a little different.
I'm only vaguely familiar with the arcane powers.
Yeah, so I can just kind of sense it. So the point is that the magic wasn't from the pig girl; it was from the mirror itself. So if we find some way to like flip a switch and turn this back on, maybe we go right through.
Maybe throw the ring at it.
Ooh. No.
Well, I'm gonna start looking around the room and see if there's levers or things to look behind or trick something like just sort of like pat down the room effectively.
Sure, roll an investigation check.
Oh.
Large stone block like push puzzles that we may be able to.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
hoping for one of those Tomb Raider style ones where we have to push
Yeah.
the blocks into exactly the right
yes.
corners.
Oh, look, it's a priceless
We
discovery.
have to grab the handles and like pull it out and then move it to the pressure plate.
Exactly correct. Let me refresh D&D Beyond because it's being a little goofy.
It's offended by your Ninja Turtle costume.
Yeah.
Come on, D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, everybody.
Hi, everybody. With D&D Beyond, you too can stumble around for 5 minutes to make a simple ability check. With D&D Beyond, you'll be just as unprepared for your turn as you were with pencil and paper. But hey, at least there will be fewer gray smudges all over the place, you know? You don't have to buy erasers, no pencil sharpeners. Gosh, what an improvement. What an improvement, folks.
Okay, so what was your...
My
What were you doing again?
Investigation was 16.
Oh, that's pretty good. It wasn't good enough. So, no, I'm just kidding.
With that, nothing happened.
Somebody stole my briefcase.
No, 16 is really good. You look around the room, you see that all of the mirrors along the hallway are firmly attached to the wall. There's a little bit of space between them, clearly, where you can see that there is space between the wall and the mirror itself. When you look along the edges of the mirror at the very end, the one that Kremi believes to have the teleportation magics, it is affixed to the wall, but completely solidly affixed to the wall. There is no space between the wall and the mirror itself. It's not
So I could pass
it's not
my
bolted
hand,
on the way the other ones are.
I could pass my hand from the wall to the mirror and I'd feel no groove.
You'd feel no groove.
Well, we're not going to get behind the mirror. And there doesn't seem to be any lever or button.
Should we let Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, or both, or one or the other, know that there's some trickery afoot?
And I think if we talk to them, we should at least mention the mirror.
I doubt that they're the ones that would really care about this. They just own the carnival. I mean, I'm sure
But
they got, carnies that deal with this.
Remember,
Right?
Maybe they're the ones that could deputize us. We could come back. We could break a couple mirrors.
Violence,
Or
I like that.
at least this one. We could find that weird bird thing that's killing dwarves, or at least bashing their heads in. And then could you imagine it? Us on the side of upholding the law.
Kid, don't even speak such a thing.
What?
I mean, what if he knows a guy that knows a guy? They're all in law enforcement. I mean, they might have had a run-in with us from years past. It's a little risky. What kind of carnies do they get here? Is it mostly locals, or are they from all over the place?
Oh, I mean, it's from all over the place, and they know all sorts of people. There was one fellow who came in, he was from a mercenary company, And he said it was just, he was just kind of keeping an eye on things here. Seemed like a real good lad.
Fucking Pinkertons, I knew it.
Wait, what?
No, we're not doing that.
That's it. How did you know his name?
Oh, his name was Pinkerton?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No. Wait. If it's Pinkerton,
man.
if it's the same Pinkerton I'm thinking of, not a chance.
What are the chances, though?
He was always talking about his big family.
Anyways. All right, Frost, so you're saying we just leave here and we go tell somebody?
We're almost certainly holding up the line. If there was anywhere to hide,
Oh, shit.
if there was anywhere to hide in here, I would propose that we watch what happens to the next attendee to see if they also get seduced into the mirror. But looking around,
Can we use a different word? Well, Hoochie's right here.
What, seduced?
Yeah, that's just not a...
Before they get compelled into the mirror, ensorcelled.
Ooh!
That's a fine word.
That's a very fine word.
That's a 5 gold piece word.
That's like a 2 electrum piece word, maybe.
A little more than that, I think.
Maybe a 3 electrum piece word, Frosty. Nicely done.
Well, Frost, why don't you 3 go ahead, and I can hide anywhere, so I'll stay behind.
Okay.
And just keep an eye out. How does that sound?
If there's any trouble, we won't be able to help you.
Can you just, do your thing? I guess, how far can you do that?
I actually can do that quite a ways.
Or I can just start screaming,
Yeah,
that always works. Our usual tactic.
We'll see if anyone is ensorcelled, right, Hoochie? Remember that word. Ensorcelled.
As long as we don't leave within 5 miles of you, it should be fine.
Oh, well,
now,
shit.
I don't know why they made that mechanical restriction, because it can only last 3 minutes, and I don't think we could make 5 miles in 3 minutes.
Well, if we go through a teleportation door, we can do just that, probably. Who knows where it goes?
Actually, very smart of you.
Oh, I take it back.
We should all... No, I think it's bad for you to hide here, Clemmy.
All right, why?
Because we should all leave together.
Yeah?
What if it's like, oh, we're gonna leave. Oh, no! We're in Scammerford's house. And then Cremmy's like, oh, I'm at the candy floss vendor. And then we're trapped, there's only 3 of us, we don't have Cremmy. Cremmy's enjoying a nice confection, and we're being turned into scab fodder.
Wait a second. Are you saying they have candy floss here?
Yeah! Didn't you see all those kids fighting over it? Yeah, they were all tearing each other apart. It was like there was a Lord of the Flies somewhere. It was awful.
Well, this is probably fine. Let's just go to the candy floss. We'll do some other stuff,
How can you possibly still be hungry, kid?
I only got to eat the 1 cake.
You ate 300 pounds of cake.
Yeah, but, I just burned it quickly.
It was a 300-pound cake. It was 1, but it was a lot of cake.
Yeah, you guys are making my point. I've only had 300 pounds of cake.
Well, didn't you also have a nice big skewer of horse meat as well?
Let's leave.
Oh, right, on the stick.
All right.
Yeah, no.
We're going to leave.
We're going to leave.
Grego, on the way, I want to hear more about this Lord of the Flies. Sounds terrifying.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a spooky story that a bullywug told me.
But let's...
And it was also involved a pig.
Outside.
Yeah, we continue.
Back to the carnival.
You make your way out
Oh, wait,
of
there's
the...
no exit.
No, you're trapped. You make your way out of the Hall of Illusions, and it's a quick trip out. You are not fazed by the changing of the mirrors any longer. You've passed your saves effectively, so they don't affect you anymore. And you quickly make your way outside. You see that Candlefoot the Mime is still outside miming. There's no one in line for the Hall of Illusions. It's almost as if this sad, colorless mime detracts people from even wanting to come into this area of the carnival. You'll notice that some kids do walk up really excited, and as he cries and mimes about the joys inside, they turn to their parents and say, I don't want to go there, and head towards the bubble pot teapot. So there was no one waiting
That's
in
a
line.
nightmare.
That's why you never have a mime, kids. So
That poor chap.
Yeah.
But there is...
have a mime? I mean, look, he's depressing the kids. Who would see that and be like, oh, I can't wait to do whatever he's gotten?
Are you sure it's about him being a mime or him being very grey and telling children about how he lost his big titty mermaid girlfriend?
I mean, have you ever seen a mime that's not gray and depressed about something?
Usually about big titties, you're right.
That's why they're always doing this.
Why are mimes... Why are mimes always sex pests?
Anyway, let's continue.
But you do notice that there's no signs of the halfling girl. It looks like the candy striper pixies have taken her away to whatever infirmary there is to get rid of the Tasha's hideous laughter. You don't know if and when she'll return.
We'll have to keep an eye out for her if she manages to make her way back into the amusement park or Carnival, which is a more appropriate term than what I just said. Do you guys want to go northward, back up past the Big Top, past the staff area, past Silver Song Lake to the gondola swans?
And
Seems
it is
like
at this time that you hear the booming sound of the calliope as it rings out a beautiful song, marking the changing of the hour. If you want to move the hour up one for me, please.
To 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do it on camera.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
That was pretty good.
Wait, I mean, all the way north when we got... Look, there's a bunch of pixies over there. That sounds so cool. Should we do a few of these, or should we go up there first? What do you think? I mean, do you have a timeline when you got to meet up with Jerry or whatever the hell his name was?
No, he just said he'd meet me at the gondolas with half a tuna sub. Was it a whole tuna sub?
I thought that was
It was a combo tuna meatball sub.
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, I knew Jerry wouldn't forget.
Thanks, chat.
Oh, they call that the Goblin surf and turf.
Is that what they call it?
Who
Yeah.
calls it that?
Yeah, my uncle.
Oh, God.
He was always kind of weird.
Is your uncle named Jerry too?
No,
He kind of sounds like it might be a Jerry.
no, his name was Globo.
No wonder. Growing up with a name like Glorbo would turn anyone strange.
That was a very actually common goblin name. Yeah, no, like half of the men in our village was named Globo.
Like the John of...
Yeah. Well, like that year when all the girls were named Kimberly.
Hold on! Busy Melon Juice sure wasn't onism.
Onism was his...
Oh no, that's how Uncle Globo died. He came that
Oh,
winter.
my
He
fucking
came down
God.
with a case of the onism. He didn't make it. No.
Global rest in peace.
If you were gonna die, Onism's probably the most pleasurable way to end.
Let's continue.
Crummy, I
That's
have
a
to
great
say,
idea.
I think that you need to learn to pick something on the map and then commit, or the gods of this world will shower rocks down upon you.
Well, I mean,
You
keep
can
an eye
go
for
wherever
the
you want to
Kenku.
go.
But I think, are you feeling gondola swans? Is that where you truly want to go?
I'm just saying. I mean, if Jerry said he was going to give me a goblin surf and turf.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Oh man.
We can make our way back here. It's only 3 on the clock.
All right, here we go. And we will go all the way back up to the other side of the carnival.
You are making your way.
Gondola swans.
You're making your way, and you do actually notice about halfway towards the gondola swans that there is a nice little candy floss cart. There are a bunch of pixies flitting around, swirling the sugar into the vat and creating these beautiful candy floss sculptures. You can pick unicorns.
Unicorns.
Yep. You could pick pixies. There are pixie floss, candy floss, pixies.
Oh, man, they make food out of pixies everywhere here.
They do. It's a fairy carnival, and I'm not very creative, so there we
They
go.
shouldn't call this carnival. It should be called Cannibal.
Yeah, there's a leprechaun.
The Witchlight Carnival.
There is a pug.
Oh.
Yeah. There is a there's a cake.
Oh.
Shut up.
Wait, it's a cake.
There's an apple.
There's an apple one. If you want one of those, yeah.
I'm gonna have
There's a donkey. There is.
There's a flower, a bouquet of flowers made out of
One
candy
unicorn,
floss.
please. Is this free?
Yeah,
Yeah, one of those. I'll have 2 actually.
2 unicorns.
Yeah, I love unicorns. I don't know if you can tell, but
Do you want them to be the same size or different sizes, like a baby unicorn and and a mama unicorn.
Oh, that's so cute!
You know, dealer's choice, whatever you're feeling. I mean,
I think it's really
It's
horrible
free.
to eat a baby unicorn in front of its mama, so instead I'll give you 2 mamas.
oh no, just give me the baby and I'll eat the mother first.
No, that's just good thinking.
Now you're using your noodle, Remy. That's very...
In the wild, no, that is actually quite humane. You need to kill both of them. You gotta eat both of
Mama
them.
unicorn, you spoil your dinner. You need one mama unicorn and one baby
Exactly
unicorn.
right.
Get the mama first.
Well, the baby unicorn's gonna die a slow death if you don't eat both of them.
And I love them so much that I'm willing to.
Yeah, you're a conservationist,
Exactly
Crummy.
right.
I didn't know this about you. I always thought you were going to just exploit the local wildlife to make a buck or an election piece.
Okay, here are your unicorns.
Oh, all right. I'll eat this one first. Thank you.
Nay!
Oh, it's animated.
I'll take the Pixie, please.
Do you just want 1 pixie or 2?
2 is fine.
Okay.
Hands them to
Thank you.
Wow, this kind of tastes like iron.
Tastes like real Pixie.
Sorry, headphone users.
I'm not actually too particular on the shape, but can you just swirl a bunch of that floss into my open arms?
Yeah, how many pounds of floss do you want?
Well, until I look like I can't carry it anymore.
You look like you could carry a lot of floss.
Well, yeah.
You know what 1 pound of floss looks like? The volume?
Well, maybe it just becomes unwieldy, and if I start to stumble a little bit,
I guess
just,
that's fair.
You know, it's not
Based
about
on-
some weight always.
Do you
but-
want a complimentary pixie or a candy floss Chad shirt?
Well, yeah.
Wait, he hasn't even done anything. Can I have one, please?
No.
Oh!
But do you want one though?
I would love one, actually.
Your
I'm not going
arms-
to take my current shirt off.
Your arms are huge.
Oh, well, I mean, nobody said that since the cake eating contest, but it's very nice of you to notice.
Are you the cake, Chad?
Oh, you've noticed my shirt. Yes.
Nope, I wasn't even looking at it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'm the cake Chad.
Wow.
Yeah, I've eaten one whole cake and a bunch of cupcakes before that. I actually beat my old pal Frosty here. He
Do you
couldn't
like
keep up.
Barely.
pixies?
Oh, well, barely. I mean, one of us has the shirt, one of us doesn't have the shirt. You know? Yeah, I love pixies, I think. Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the Pixie Kingdom and enjoy the frivolity there?
Yep. Yes, I am. Yep.
I'll let him know you're coming.
Oh.
He doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Pixies
That's
can get
true.
a little frisky.
Oh. Well, oh.
All right, you should probably stop talking. You're gonna
Why?
derail this whole enterprise here.
Wait, let's go to the Pixie. Let's go to the Pixie Festival.
Hey,
They got
we gotta
stuff in-
we have to give a time to give them a heads up, right?
Oh,
So-
okay, yeah.
Do we book an appointment?
Do you want me to squirt pixie floss all over your chest now?
Do I have to pay extra for that?
You know, Wheelie, this isn't the first time that's happened. What are the odds?
That's how I know I enjoy it. I'm just wondering what the surcharge for that service is.
It's all free here. Gideon.
Do you have to like pay tax or something?
I'm done with this one.
You only ate the head off of it.
That's not everything I ate.
Ew.
Just drops it into the trash.
That's gross. No, it's free.
Oh, well, absolutely then. Load me up.
She does. She loads you up with pixie floss. In a normal, non-sexual way.
Could we have 2 candy flosses shaped perhaps like pumpkins or parsnips or something that doesn't resemble any body parts of any types of creature?
It's very strange when it screams inside your mouth and like reverberates in this very wild way.
Yeah, you can feel it in the cheeks.
Yeah, I can get you some pumpkin floss if you want it. Do you want it to taste like pumpkins?
Oh, that would be great.
can't
My
do
daughter-in-law
that.
love pumpkin spice. What?
We can't do that. So here it is.
And she is just normal pixie floss to you.
Oh, no French dressing. No pumpkin
Oh,
candy
if you're
floss.
looking for French dressing, you might want to see Duncan. He's over by the gondola swans in the feasting orchard.
Oh no, we already went through this whole sauce rigmarole with him, and they're all out of French dressing.
He's
We
out.
just delivered an entire vat of French dressing to
What?
them.
We're not going back.
No.
Do you know how good a goblin surf and turf with extra French dressing is?
No, the only reason we're going to go back is if you have candy floss flavored like antidepressants. 'Cause that
Does that work like that, bro?
Yeah.
Are they SSRIs in the man?
Yes, there are now.
Do you know what I'm sweating?
Well, if you want to go to Pixie Kingdom, the tuna can probably wait.
Well, let's get on the gondola. We'll take a little trip.
It always tastes
around.
better the next day anyway.
And then,
All right, we'll go to the gondola swans.
and
Here we
afterwards,
go.
we'll head to the
It
Pixie
was
Fun
really
Land.
nice meeting you. We'll make sure to let the pixies know you're going to be there, Cake Chad.
Excellent. Well, you tell them I said hello.
That's the wrong way.
And then I'll tell them
Isn't
that
it?
I said hello when I get there.
The gondola swans, right?
Oh, I thought we were going to Pixie Kingdom.
I said gondola
I
swans.
got the swans. This would be very us in the carnival with a map out. Like, where are we getting? It's upside down.
You make the rest of your way towards the gondola swans. The carnival is almost at its peak. It's almost at the halfway point of being over. You hear a lot of people exclaiming how excited they are that within the hour, the Big Top extravaganza should be starting. And it is the highlight of the carnival.
Within
it is
the
the
hour.
place to be. If you are not at the Big Top, you are not anybody. The energy at the carnival is palpable. As you make your way to the gondola swans unimpeded. Enormous swans glide through the water here, pulling ornate wooden gondolas draped in flowers. The swans disappear into banks of silver mist as they wend their way down the river. A jetty extends ahead, at the end of which a waiting swan preens its feathers.
They're real giant swans!
They are.
Wow.
Wow, I thought they were just going to be wooden ones.
I also thought the same. I'm
Oh.
surprised we didn't notice that when we walked past this place.
We were very distracted by Duncan's very sad story.
Yes, well,
Are they going to be as mean as actual swans? Or like 10
Oh
times
no,
meaner?
swans are so nice and lovely. You
I
just
think
have
you're
a very
thinking of
nice...
geese.
I think swans are pretty mean.
yes, I believe that swans actually can
No,
quite aggressive in
no.
life.
How could this swan be mean? Oh, aren't you the most beautiful thing? Hello, my name is Brick.
Are you walking up to the swan?
Yeah. Aren't you just an absolute beauty?
Excuse me, you filthy little pest. Don't patronize me. Are you taking a ride or not?
Oh, she's met you before, huh?
I sure hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
Swans are only super violent against other swans.
So I've only seen swans attack and kill other swans. I just assumed it worked, cross species.
You're always awakening. Every
It comes with the whole druid thing.
Excuse me, you imbeciles. Are you going to ride or not?
Hold up. Do you mind if we have a sidebar real quick?
I will listen to everything you say.
Oh, well, what if we talk real quiet?
Are
You think you can?
Well, I'll just ask you
Well-
instead of Greco. Are you like an actual swan? Or are you transmogrified into this against
I'm
your
an
will?
actual swan. Look
Oh.
at my beautiful feathers.
They are very, very lovely.
I mean, you look like a swan, but you don't sound like a swan.
What is a swan supposed to sound like?
I mean, like honking and like hissing, killing other swans.
I've never killed another swan a day in my life.
Well,
And I will not honk on command.
Okay.
oh, well, I didn't know. I mean, if you're a swan and you're offering rides,
Yeah, no. I knew a fella who did honk on command, And he ended up at the
I
pig
don't
farm.
have all day. Rides are only an hour. Do you want to ride or don't you?
Yeah, do you have
Wait.
Wait for what?
The big top is in less than an hour.
Wait, it takes an hour to do?
By the time you're done with the ride, you can dismount and go straight to the big top.
That's perfect timing.
Oh.
Exactly.
We'll hop on right away. We'll have 4 tickets, please.
Perfect.
Oh, shit. Gotta stay on schedule then. Can't be late.
Yes, I'll need to get my ticket and hopefully I'll have it lost. Oh, nope.
You just jump off into the water, run to the big top.
You haven't been punching your punch.
Haven't I, Frosty?
You haven't been punching your punch.
Yeah, I asked you to punch it on the cards.
Well,
I'm gonna
No, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. It's
I
fine.
tried to do that. It's
Can you pass me the
impossible.
purple?
I just did it.
It's impossible.
Here, use this.
No, I hate it. I hate you.
No, I won't.
She leans down and with her beak, she punches through your tickets.
Oh.
Well,
That was pretty cool.
that was very fast. I'm surprised you have such accuracy, given the size of your beak.
Are you calling my beak large?
I mean, and everything about you is so grand.
I sense sincerity in that. You may get one first, cat.
Happily.
Can y'all fit?
Yes, you can all fit. I'm designed for this.
Okay, all right. Well, no offense intended. Here we go.
This is gonna be the weirdest tour ever. And to your left is this fucking thing.
I'll step on with Frost.
And you do, and she ruffles her feathers. She actually jolts you this way and that, knocking you about. You can tell it is unnecessary movement, just to throw you about in the seating area. But there is a seating area on top of her back. It's not like the gondola swans you would picture that are made out of wood, where it's sunken in. It's more like a harness that goes over the back of her swan body with these plush seats in a beautiful blue velvet. And you are able to sit yourself down, strap in as she begins to move through the water very slowly.
Everybody strap in.
Welcome to the gondola.
Buckle up.
Welcome to the gondola swans at the Witchlight Carnival. I am Featherine, and I will be your swan for this evening. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will feel free to not answer them if I don't feel like it. Otherwise, enjoy the ride.
Very good.
All right. So you know I love unicorns, so anything unicorn related, please stop.
Oh, yeah.
If we have time for it, of course.
No, you can go to the carousel for that.
All right.
I do have a question for you, though.
Oh.
What even is joy?
Oh, is this some kind of riddle?
Oh.
No, you said you love unicorns, so I'm assuming
do.
that unicorns bring you joy.
They do now, yeah.
What is joy?
You know, like a feeling of happiness, a pleasantness, I guess. Right, fellas? Back me up on this. How
Oh
would you
yeah,
describe
no, it's like it's just it feels just so nice in your you feel warm and cuddly and snuggly
Kind of like
inside.
in your soul,
Yeah.
you know?
I'll actually go a little farther and say
in most of me.
the experience of joy in a vacuum is a little tautological. If you were to describe joy, why not describe the opposite feeling, pain? It's in that contrast that you're able to truly experience what happiness means.
You see as she cranes her head around at you, and that look of frustration and anger. Do you do that?
Huh?
Do you start snoring?
Well,
Do you?
Yeah, he does.
Do you?
yeah, I did.
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
You're about to get winged off.
As she turns and she looks at you, that look of haughtiness and anger on her face slowly starting to subside as she looks you up and down. You are an interesting creature. I like the things that you say. Things to think about.
I didn't have to roll even. That's nice.
What did you get?
6.
She turns and she looks at you as she's looking at Frost. She's still facing forward, but her neck is turning around as a swan is wont to do. And you see that she looks really pleased with Frost as all of a sudden she hears your snoring. Her head snaps immediately towards you. Do you find this conversation boring, Flaming One?
What? I mean, not the conversation. He said something about tauntauns, and I don't know. I just went straight to sleep. He's doing it too.
What? I'm wide awake listening to it all about the tauntauns. And I thought they smelled better on the outside.
Now, was gonna make that joke.
Yeah, I beat you to it, Frosty.
Yeah.
Just like those unicorns.
Wisdom versus intellect, Frosty.
I'll
I should have
go with.
known you didn't have the intellect to hold down a proper conversation. Just like most, completely empty on the inside.
I know, we're all filled with joy and snuggly feelings.
Yeah, I actually
go ahead, please.
got quite a bit on the inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just very few of it is fancy words, but
300 pounds of cake.
Yeah.
All right, then answer me this.
And some flaws.
How do you even know that I exist?
Well, because I'm sitting on you. And, most people I sit on, they tend to be there. Not afterwards, but in the moment.
You're friends with him.
He's very useful.
In what way?
That was a yes.
Yeah, what the heck? Frosty, all these years?
We're also good friends, but
He's also
you should see him punch a body, is what I'll say.
If that body had any ribs intact beforehand, forget about it.
May I try
Barbarians. The lot of you.
No, fighter, actually.
Yeah, truly.
may I try to answer the question you put to Gideon?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you
mine was not-
believe you're up to the task.
My answer was not sufficient enough for you, Frost.
Well, I think just sitting on something doesn't necessarily convince you that you're not alone in this world, and that existence isn't only inside one's mind, but it would be absurd to believe that. Necessarily, if I believe I myself exist, I have to believe that other things exist, and perceive things in the reverse way. Solipsism is a terrible road of madness, and I won't support it.
What?
And how can you confirm that you yourself exist?
Just by that very argument that I made, the idea that only I exist in my mind and that everything else is an illusion is a terrible thought. I can't entertain it. Have you ever heard of Newton's laser sword?
I enjoy a good Fig Newton.
Fig Newton.
Oh yes, you enjoy Fig Newton as well.
I eat them by the sleeve.
You can get them in a sleeve.
Well, no, if you shove them all down and things and you have a handy snack, it's just like, when you're going out on a stroll, and it's like, I can't carry all these Fig Newtons. I'll drop them. So then I had a brilliant idea. It's like, maybe you should just have one, the serving size, or two. The serving size is 2, Greco. And I'm like, you are an idiot, Frosty. And I took them all and I shoved them down my sleeves.
I'm a swan. I don't have hands or sleeves.
Well, what do you like? Oh, I don't have any sleeves either. I used to wear sleeves. Then it got a little warm.
So you need to be fed your Fig Newtons, so every time you have a Fig Newton, someone's got to feed it to you?
We have swan handlers, yes.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. I wouldn't mind a life with a handler.
Are they
Isn't
really
that
big
what
Fig Newtons?
this fiery man is to you, your handler?
I mean, we don't put it that way.
Aren't you a
Right?
couple?
Yeah, I mean, we handle this, I handle that. but-
We're just partners.
Yeah.
Business associates.
Life partners?
Just a couple. Just a couple of guys.
Couple of fellas.
Just a couple of fellas.
Wild and crazy guys.
Just one and then two. Me and you.
Doing crime.
Yeah, a couple of crime
Stealing
guys.
and
Oh, partners in crime!
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, partners.
Yeah.
2 guys in a hot tub.
It's a hot swan right now.
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah.
Couple of guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, in conclusion, it's not worth arguing. It can't be proven one way or the other. There's nothing to prove its existence. Without the evidence for it, why even debate it?
Well, I would query you this. In a world so full of magic, is time an illusion?
Are we still talking about Fig Newtons?
Oh, speaking of something to eat,
Oh.
near my rear feathers, a disgusting, foul-smelling sandwich was left for you.
If I accept that, does it make it more weird or less weird?
In regards to what?
I don't even know anymore.
Would you like to eat my rear sandwich feathers? I mean, rare feather sandwich.
The only Wendigos did that.
Felt that coming. I felt it coming. I can feel I can feel the heat off of Gideon.
Well,
I can't do the voice.
well, it smells like Goblin surfing turf.
So yeah, I'll take seconds.
This is gonna take an hour.
That would be very lovely. Jerry is a real swell guy. I hope I get to see him before the carnival shuts down for another 8 years.
Who would pair tuna fish with meat? I mean, what?
Well, a tuna fish
meatballs-
is a meat.
No.
It's a fish meat.
But I'm talking about the meatballs. It's not. I can't look at that and be like, "Oh, that's beef or pork or veal."
The meatballs are definitely not meat.
It's just meat.
They're not pork,
They're
veal,
not meat.
or
The
or
meatballs.
beef.
It's a soy-based alternative meatball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're called impossibles.
Oh, I'm glad you're expanding options for the Witchlight hands. I'll support their life choices. Oh, that's good processed sludge.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Uncle Globo used to make.
I'm dying of ownership. Have this meatball suck.
And he did good, so he said,
Well, I mean, but in the bog, I mean, it's not the same, because if it's actually tuna, and it's actually like meat, like veal or pork or beef, that's not a real goblin surf and turf. It's gotta be made out of muskrat and leech. That's the good stuff. That's the real good stuff.
just.
You just
How would
shred
you
that
tell me
leech and you get it all nice and it smells basically the same.
Leeches like from the swamp.
Oh, yes. Some lamprey, perhaps, if you're feeling real spicy.
Oh, I've not had lamprey. That sounds quite good.
It's delicious,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be sick.
I think I have an answer, Featherine, to your inquiry.
Oh, you do.
If time is an illusion, then so are the dimensions themselves. Just as width and height and depth have are part of the dimensions of this world, so is time, where those pieces can move through space in the fourth dimension. As we move upward through the tree of dimensions, there would be additional consequences, but here in our third dimensional world, we must respect that time is not an illusion, but a very physical fact about reality.
Though I do not care if we were clearly idiotic companions, you have a sharp mind and a clear wit.
I have tried to hone it my entire life, thank you.
I like you. Which is your name?
My name is Morning Frost, you can call me Frost.
I
Oh,
will
we're
do
calling
so.
him MF.
Are we? I mean, when did we start doing that?
They
That
call me
catch
MF because they're goofy
Do
bitches.
you know what that means? Do you know what that stands for?
I tried to explain it to them. It should stand for Morning Frost, but
Oh, it does!
I
yeah.
hear them whispering behind my back.
I see. I feel like I can talk to you about things.
Indeed.
And I don't often feel like I can talk to people about anything. Most just ignore the questions that I ask, or they make light of them. They're not funny questions. They're things that are deserving of ponder. But
agree.
most people only care about the gossip around the carnival, or the
what's
goings-on in the back alleys.
Oh.
Oh,
They have those here?
What are they saying about Candlefoot's ex-girlfriend?
No, she's saying she
do
doesn't
you
want to
mean
hear.
Palosha?
Oh, Palosha! That's her name. Does she have any favorite songs, favorite colors, any hobbies that she cares for?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't spend much time with Palosha. But I do know such a horrible thing that happened between her and Candlefoot.
Oh, no.
It's absolutely awful. I was present. You see, it was happening over in the lake, and I was currently giving a tour. I didn't have anyone on my back, you see, but so I was able to meander about a bit, and he was giving such a heartfelt, beautiful proposal, when all of a sudden the colour started draining from his body out of nowhere. And as he got to the part about asking her to be his wife, his voice completely gone, as if it was stolen from him in that moment. Plosha was heartbroken, poor thing. She's been crying on her rock ever since. It's so hard for her to find her voice to sing. How are people going to enjoy the carnival over there if they can't hear the dulcet tones of a singing mermaid? It's so sad. Now when we swim by, it's just the sad whimpers of a heartbroken woman.
He was forcibly turned into a mime? By what? By who?
Well, he was always a mime. By what or by who knows? I have been pondering those questions myself. Was it even a who?
Can you take
It
us
was
to
a
where that
whom.
Can you take us to where that happened?
Well, it requires a ticket to go see Plosha, but when you're done with your gondola ride, you can make your way over there.
Oh, we gotta go to the big top.
Silverlight
We're done with
Lake.
the gondola, right?
We'll have to do it after the big top. But I do have to
Oh,
ask you a
there's a
couple
hair
questions.
in my tea.
Oh my goodness. How are you holding that? That's remarkable.
How is there hair? You're a swan.
There's a feather in my tea.
Neck, like, feeding the tea.
We have met Candlefoot, and he did seem quite distraught. Can you repeat the name of the woman that he tried to propose marriage?
Plosha, the mermaid.
Kabasha?
Plosha.
Kalasha.
Kabasha, what a
I'm sorry.
horrible name.
The hood
Please don't
blocks
call
sound
her
on
that.
this side.
Your ears are coming out, Frosty.
That's why you cut the holes in your hood, right? So you can hear better.
Exactly right. This is so fascinating. Another prevented marriage seems to be happening in a pattern. Perhaps there will be a third.
Well, if you know the gossip in the carnival, well, what do you know about this Kenku that's terrorizing the outskirts of the carnival?
Oh, well, that's another story all on its own. This Kenku appeared. Right.
Right.
And
Right.
she has a habit of being able to use, what is the word your magic uses, yes? To disguise herself.
Oh,
As
Okay, yeah.
other
Simple
people
illusion magic, yeah.
to hide amongst the crowd. She's been creating quite a lot of trouble within the carnival lately, you
Kenku?
see. Yes.
Oh.
She tried to get an audience with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and they were having none of it. Apparently, she's concerned about her patron Zabilna. They don't want to answer any of her questions, and so they kicked her out of the carnival. They had her forcibly removed. She somehow found her way into possession of a ticket and has returned back to the carnival and has been causing mischief ever since. From what I heard from Burley the Bugbear, who is, by the way, very quick of mind, quite a lovely old chap, not the one that left Jimathan or whatever his name was, the one that left your disgusting, horrible sandwich on my tail feathers. It wasn't him, it was the other bugbear, the one that works over at the, with the security area, the staff wagons.
Oh, this.
He's quite lovely, Burley is. And what was I saying?
You were talking about that the Kenku's not
yes.
actually a political agent.
Oh, she's just trying to get an audience with Mr. Wish and Mr. Light. Something to do with, like I said, this Zabilna person, who she claims is in distress, or there's something wrong with her domain. I'm not quite sure. I'm not familiar with Zabilna. But what Burley tells me is he caught this Kenku trying to sneak into the staff wagons and trying to run away with Mr. Light's candle vein, or potentially Mr. Witch's pocket watch. Can you imagine what would happen to the carnival if someone got a hold of those two incredibly powerful artifacts?
Oh.
They would quite literally have the carnival eating in the palm of their hands.
Don't even joke about it.
It would be horrible.
Wait, you said candle vein? And pocket watch?
Weather vein.
Oh, weather vein.
Weather vein.
I might have said candle vein. I was staring at the candy floss upon this fiery man's chest.
Oh, did I not get it all?
No, it's
It's sticky.
it's
They're
really
like flies now.
it's stuck to your flaming chest hair.
Oh, no, what? Oh, no, I was
The warmth of your chest hair keeps melting the floss and
Oh,
it's
can you
just
feel
sticking.
that from there?
I can see it from here.
Oh, well.
Oh no, the rapids! Oh, it's so turbulent! Oh, my plant-based
Did you just drop your sandwich? Oh, don't worry. He left another just in case.
Oh, thank goodness.
And she motions to the other side of her tail feathers, and you see that there is another sandwich
Oh,
there.
Jerry sure is a good lad.
He was worried that you wouldn't be satisfied unless you had your favorite meal.
Surprisingly, this one also has arugula.
Ooh, I won't say no to that.
We're gonna play Will Gricko Eat It.
I'm just gonna dunk this in the water here, all that. With a little bit of pond scum.
The water. No, it's fine.
Oh, it's got all that blue dye in it. I
imagine that
can't be good
It's
for
not
us.
dye.
I grin and it's all stained blue. Yum!
I don't think that swans leave this river for the entire carnival.
It tastes like blue.
Well, Featherine.
So,
sorry
you're
for
saying
my
that
friends.
the Kenku is currently in the staff area and was apprehended by this bugbear
Well, I
family.
wouldn't say currently. That is just what Burley told me the last time we spoke.
Alright, good to know.
Unfortunately, Burley doesn't have much time off, so it's very rare that he gets to come and spend time with me, but he's quite a lovely friend. One of the few people in this carnival that can hold down an intelligent conversation. So I am quite pleased when he comes to see me. He does have the best gossip in all of the carnival, because you see, he's constantly working outside of the staff door. He can hear everything that's going on. So no matter where something happens at the carnival, he sure is going to know the scoop. And because I'm his dear best friend, obviously, he tells me everything that he knows. That being said, I haven't talked to him in a few days. He's been quite distressed over the loss of his brother.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
His brother just died?
Well, we're not quite sure. You see, things go missing here at the Witchlight Carnival.
Oh, like through mirrors?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like if it was a little girl with a giant lollipop and a pig mask.
So you have seen the spectre?
Oh, it's a ghost!
Well, that's what we think it is. We're not quite sure. It's just that it appears out of nowhere, and if you don't have a ticket, or you enter a ride without a ticket, you don't get it punched, or you do something against the rules of the carnival, it is said that the little sow pig will appear and take you away.
That thing is an employee.
No. We don't know what it is, or how it
that's
even got
right.
here.
He ran right past Candlefoot and didn't punch his ticket. It must have been a consequence that he's being...
He's a squatter.
Wow.
So
And the punishment is to be kidnapped by a horrible pig specter, taken into a mirror dimension, and presumably unalive.
It's very possible, and unfortunately, we've also heard that the desperate will make pleas to the sow pig in hopes for something in their life, and Hurley that's Burley's twin brother, was unhappy with things the way they were, and Burley heard him one night calling out into the ether for help, and next thing you know, he's gone, and no one's seen him since. So the running thought is that the sow pig must have taken him.
Well, I guess that means that if we want to meet with the sow pig, there's a way to do it.
So if I try to put this on how long before I bust out?
You cannot put that on.
Don't break it.
We'll be there, Pax Ewing.
To be a chili.
Right out of the cages.
What is wrong with you?
Rachel! It's what I do. You guys think I can be Batman?
For the podcast listeners, Mikey has donned a Ninja Turtles hoodie and is now cosplaying as Batman.
My head is too big for this. My nose is even bigger.
Impersonating Christian Bale from the 2008 Chris Nolan classic, The Dark Knight.
Rachel. This Bane fella, he's a real big guy. You don't get to bring friends. My flight plan has me, my man, Dr. Pavel, and only one of you. Maybe he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him off a plane.
I gotta say, you sound like Donald Trump as Batman.
It's because the lips. I just want you to do the lips. Like, if there's nothing. You gotta do
This is doing wonders for your face.
I know.
And I had a question about our journey.
Yeah.
Are we circumnavigating the carnival?
You're going around the carnival.
So we've been moving at a pretty good clip.
Yeah, she's not at all interested in telling you where you are or what you're looking at.
Okay.
It's more designed for you to just look and
Relax.
explore. And I would say I guess because we're back into it, I would say you've noticed that there are other swans in front of you and behind you, and none of the other swans seem to be, they seem to be like chatting. They seem significantly more amicable than Featherine is. But they're not talking about what they're seeing. It's more just pleasant conversation, a nice, relaxing ride. It's a way to get off your feet for a bit and just kind of enjoy an hour leisurely ride down the river.
enjoy this ride.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good learning, getting the scoop on everything. I
Yes.
feel like this has been my most useful experience.
You've been very illuminating,
Well,
Featherine.
I'm so glad to hear that. I've really enjoyed your responses to my questions, Frost. I normally don't get involved in talking to the riders on these things, but you've piqued my interest.
It was my pleasure.
If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. And I normally don't do that, but for you, she smiles at you.
I do have a question. Or is it just for Frost?
A friend of Frost is an acquaintance of mine.
Oh,
enough.
nice.
So this weather vane that you say is important. I got two questions about the weather vane, actually. One, where's it located? Is it maybe the top of the big top?
Oh no, Mr. Light carries the weather vane on him at all times.
Oh, he carries it around?
Yes, it's like a magical staff.
Oh, that's kind of cool, kind of thematic.
Yeah,
I got my
it's actually
cane here.
quite
That's sort of like
nice.
what I'm
It's
doing.
very similar in nature.
All right.
Have you met Mr. Light?
We have not. Where,
I think you would like him. He's quite a jovial fellow.
where is his office? Their office?
Back behind the staff tents.
Oh,
They have a carriage there.
Can anybody just walk back there? Or do we need...
No, of course
Okay,
not.
that's what I
You have to be
figured.
invited specifically by them.
Of course not. Can you
Silly.
believe what a silly question just coming
If
out?
you're able to impress Miss Light at the big top event in less than an hour, you might get an invitation to meet with them.
Well,
How do we do that?
Oh, they always ask for audience participation at the big top. And if you can do something to truly get his attention and makes him believe that you have a good chance at being in the running for the monarch, then he might invite you back to speak with them.
Well,
It doesn't happen often, but it does happen.
we already know who's going to be the monarch. It's going to be Hoochie, who's been here the whole time and is still balancing the pumpkin.
It is highly unlikely they would ever crown an owlbear, a beast of any nature. as
Well,
the
that's what
monarch,
they've
so-
always said. There's a first time for everything, right, Hoochie?
Well, not this time.
Well, maybe this time. You don't know
Most
that,
definitely
Hoochie.
not this time.
Don't listen to her. It's bird envy.
She's not a bird. She's more like a bear.
That's what I mean. She's
she's half bird.
half bird and half mammal. That's what I'm just saying. It's kind of like a rivalry, is what I'm guessing.
Just because he's half genie, does that make him not a genie?
You're half genie.
Yeah, it's true. It's in the blood.
Ooh, is that where all of your flaming chest hair comes from?
Well, I guess it could be the human half, but it's probably unlikely.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
You have a cowlick, by the way.
No, it's just does that. I haven't met any cows.
What?
I haven't met any cows. As you said, they didn't lick me. I don't think.
He hasn't been licked by a cow, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Where did you meet these friends of yours?
At a failed carnival.
Oh,
Well, we met in the jungle first, I think.
Yes, he was hanging upside down by a rope.
what a fool.
Indeed. That's very funny.
It was a tricky. To be fair, it's not entirely. It's mostly Hoochie's fault. I'm sorry, Hoochie. Just gonna call it how I sees it.
Why are you so curious about the weather vane?
Oh, I mean, you just mentioned it was very powerful and rare and majestic, and
Well, yes,
I'm just
it's-
wondering, why is it powerful? What can it do? Does it have any kind of special features or magic or ability?
Oh, I know that it does. It has some tie to the carnival in some way. I believe it's tied directly to the emotional state of the carnival, which is why Mr. Light is not pleased when the carnival dips anywhere below neutral.
Oh, we can see which way the wind is blowing.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's like a metaphor.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Well-
makes sense, given the things that are happening here.
So if he were to lose it, or someone else were to get their hands on it, not that would happen. Like, if it did, what might happen?
Well, I'm sure he would be furious. And the entire carnival would go in search of whoever had stolen it.
But it's not like, they would stop owning the carnival or anything, They will
No, I think that's more
explode.
likely if you were to get your hand on Mr. Witch's pocket watch.
Oh, okay, so I see. So Mr. Light has the weather vane and Mr. Witch has the pocket watch.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Write that down, you. Well, I think those are all my questions.
Does Mr. Light, perchance, have a white or pinkish mauve face paint with a diamond red on his cheek or his eye?
It really just depends. He's quite flamboyant character. He loves color and dressing up and makeup and
what
all
a
things
specific
fun
question.
and glamorous.
That's a very, very detailed question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would you ask that in that order?
Well, no, I saw the big clock tower and it was like,
I think it really depends on his mood, or I guess I should say the carnival's mood.
okay, I'm starting to piece things together, perhaps out of character.
Well, I mean, we're looking at the same map that us as human beings on Earth are, right?
Oh, that's right! Oh, is this Mr. Woodlight?
I'm sorry, I can't see what you're trying to show me.
I point to the faces on the map.
This happiness tracker down here.
If the map looks exactly like what the map is here, then
I'm on Valium.
we're gonna start pushing you. We're gonna start pushing you, and we're gonna start pushing
I don't remember what it looks like.
Anyway.
I would say on occasion, yes, Mr. Light would wear face paint that looked like that.
Oh, in time, Mr. Witch.
you. Yes.
Oh, like a pocket watch.
Oh, but hourglass. We don't like that. That's spooky, right?
I don't know. What's the difference?
The hourglass coven.
Oh, well.
Oh, no.
Does that mean we hate all hourglasses?
Oh, we gotta be wary of them.
Maybe it's like a trademark or a calling card. Calling card. Anyways, I'm done. That's enough questions from me.
Hey, so what kind of stuff can we get involved in the big top extravaganza?
Well, it'll start out as a simple big top extravaganza, really. There'll be events for you to watch and things to do, and about halfway through, Mr. Light will come out and he will request audience participation, and should you get his attention with some performance you would like to provide at the carnival, he will allow you access to the big top ring. You perform, and if you please him, then you are on the fast track to being the Witchlight Monarch, and can request an audience with him if you so choose.
That sounds pretty cool.
We actually just wrote a really good play about the joys of building with magical reinforced straw and flamethrowers. So I think we just run that back. Fellas, what do you think?
That sounds incredibly boring.
It's actually pretty exciting.
Well, it was pretty exciting. There's wolf
What is
nuggets.
a flamethrower?
Oh, it's when you take flame and you go in the fireplace and you're like, my hand!
Wouldn't that burn your hand?
Yeah, it does. It hurts real bad.
Why would you do that?
Well, because the character I was playing, his name was Phil, and he was a pigman. And
What
he was
does the name
quite-
Phil have to do with grabbing coals and throwing
Well,
them at
this is part
an
of his
enemy?
character. He was quite the moron.
What if you miss?
Well, I mean, that's not for me
It
to
sounds
decide.
like there's 100% chance you burn yourself,
Well,
but a
Phil
significantly lower chance that you actually hit the enemy you're
I'm
trying
gonna
to
say
inflict
it's a
damage
big
upon.
bad wolf burned alive, and all of the pigs ate wolf nuggets for supper. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay.
That sounds like a forced plot.
I think it was pretty cool. I think it was a pretty exciting play.
Oh man, it opened the doors, so
Yeah, the door fight was pretty good.
the door
What
speaks for
doors?
itself.
And the corn maze.
Oh, those doors are set low for children.
Oh, well, you know what they say, if you want to hear the truth, you go talk to a child.
And if you want children to succeed, you make sure that the bar is set very low.
Who says that?
Why would you want children to succeed?
Well, we don't want to trap them in a corn maze for the rest of their existence.
Well, no. I mean, if they can't get out of the corn maze, they deserve to be trapped in it.
Why? Wait, if that's built for children, why is there a turnip that turns them all lusty with giant breasts?
Yeah, and why is it a
I'm sorry,
scarecrow
what?
that responds to lustful intentions
Are
in
you-
such a
He
manner?
only became that because you carved that into the turnip.
Yeah, that was you.
The child would
Foiled
never,
again by Scooby Day.
The
the child would never think that unless they'd already
Yes,
been introduced to it.
The entire purpose of that is a child would simply choose choose happy and sad.
Well, to be fair, I told Frosty to do Happy Kitty first.
So where does this lusty, busty mermaid
Oh,
come from?
I don't know. It was just a funny
Have you
story.
been spending time with Blosha?
No, but we've heard a lot about her.
Clearly.
Does she have any favorite snacks?
Clams?
Clams, okay.
Clams.
Yep.
That's why it didn't work out with the bomb.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But you're sweet.
Wow.
Gideon, is that a little bit of clever here? Hey, what did I know I was watching HBO?
Colonel Ford is upset.
It had nothing to do with the
It's a bit of a slow news day.
We just are passing because we would be going all the way around. We're
Yeah.
just passing the Hall of Illusions. You can see Candlefoot as you're making that joke. Be like,
tiny violin.
You make a great mime, dude.
You do.
Have you
You
considered?
put my mime to shame.
I went to clown school.
I know you
I
did.
kind of want to go to clown school.
It was
get it
fun. You
too.
could walk on a giant ball.
How long did you go to clown school?
It was like 4 weeks.
Holy shit, it was 4 weeks.
It was like a camp.
How much did that cost?
I didn't go to space camp.
How much did it cost?
They actually paid
I don't
you
know.
to attend.
I was like 8.
And you
They started us on juggling the fucking scarves and shit.
It's a swords, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they gave 8-year-old swords.
Scimitars,
Yeah.
Hey, if you can't catch it, you deserve your fate, alright?
All I want to say is no wonder you are the way you are.
I was that way before I went to fucking clown school.
I love Ditto Cat says, I thought that clown camp was a joke. Is it not? No, it's not a joke. That's
No.
something Derek actually did in his real life.
Oh, amazing. I'm
And I can
jealous.
still kind of juggle.
Kind of.
Oh, God.
Yes, so, well, if that's all, I guess we can continue the remainder of the ride in silence.
No, okay.
All right.
You can respond to me in your mind, Featherina. We can have a conversation
It's
like...
Featherine.
We can have a conversation, Featherina, and...
It's Featherine.
It's not Featherina.
This is going to be the third time I've corrected you. It's
Wait,
Featherine.
Are you sure it's not Featherina?
It's my name, of course, I'm sure.
Well, okay.
I'm communicating telepathly with Featherina.
Oh.
You can't hear this.
It's
No,
Featherine.
not again.
Oh, I actually couldn't hear you over the rushing water in my hooded robe. I'm
Now do
sorry.
this, Frost, so that the audience knows what you're doing.
No, I'm using my mind powers to speak with Featherine. If you wouldn't mind, we can sit in silence, but you and I might have an intellectual conversation for the remainder of this ride and enjoy pondering the nature of reality and interesting questions.
Oh, I would love that very much. Do you have anything that you would like to question me about?
Nothing specific to the carnival. I thought you were coming up with questions like time is an illusion and these kinds of ideas.
Yes.
Would you be interested in these similar pursuits?
I just said yes.
Oh. What is, ponder this. What is the most difficult or important question ever asked?
Go, you still got any more of that sandwich?
She thinks for a bit. She
yes.
sits in silence while they do whatever they're gonna do, and I think about
Yeah.
this.
Can I have some of it?
I mean, are you sure?
Well, you know,
I mean, Jerry brought it for me.
Jay,
I mean, I guess I could. Oh, be such a nice guy. Here's your gift.
I gratefully
Oh, do you
accept
know
it.
how much this is worth to me? I haven't had a goblin surf and turf in so long.
Well, I'm gonna level with you. I was just gonna tear bits and pieces off of it and see how far I can throw it from.
I was going to ask you if you could do that. See the perfect throwing. Okay, here you go. Oh gosh, you just this. Okay. So I'll bet you 20 election pieces.
No, wait,
Yeah.
how much is that?
I don't know.
Okay,
20
yeah,
election
I'm in.
pieces. You can't hit the guy with the stupid-looking tie right over there. What do you think?
I'm in.
Okay.
Easy.
20 electrum.
Roll athletics.
Don't mind if I do.
Pretty good.
If he misses, he hits Duncan.
Please miss.
24.
You take one of these impossibles and you wind up and you throw it, and it whizzes past child, parent, two lovers walking hand in hand. Yeah, Jesus, you pervert. Aiming directly for what was it that you advised him try and hit?
That guy with the stupid looking tie.
Yeah, the guy with the stupid looking tie. But it's not a tie. It's a bow tie. And as he turns around, you see the big round ball on his nose as he honks it, and his tie squirts water at the children in front of him as they clap. Immediately, as this impossible smacks him in the face, you watch as you can't see this, but you imagine the bird spin around his head as his head lolls this way and that. He goes to say something, but his eyes roll back in his head and he falls over dead. Can you please move the happiness tracker down one as the children watch the death of a clown?
Again? I had thought I'd set my pitching arm to stun.
You stop joking around, Klutzy. Klutzy, you should know by now that clowns have very weak spinal columns.
What's going on with Klutzy?
Seven's just like that, all right?
Why is he laughing like that, Mom?
That's just air escaping from his body. Children, run!
Did anyone see us do that? Oh God, we gotta get out of here. Can you hurry up? Can you fly? Swim faster or something? We gotta go.
We're at a set
corporeal
pace.
swans in front of us.
I do have an answer to your question.
Oh, thank God. I don't think she saw me do it.
That it is the answer that you were hoping for, you were thinking. I think it would be the question of why. For everything has a why. And the answer will be different depending on who asks and who answers.
My guy doesn't have a why anymore.
That is a phenomenal answer. I wish I had some reward for you, the same way you gave us so much insight into
Would
the
you
nature
like to
of
have sex behind the shed? I'm just kidding, he doesn't say that to you.
Well, you know, when I came to the Witchlight Carnival, you could have given me a million guesses about what I do here. But fucking a gigantic sentient swan is not one of my guesses I ever would have had.
How are your back feathers?
Are they still filthy? I can see. It's too easy. There's a little bit of marinara mixed with tuna mayo back there.
Oh no!
I thank her very kindly for the answer, and if there's more time, then I would go back and forth with her.
Yeah, she would ask you things, you would ask her things, and you make your way around this whatever your name is. Frost. Sorry.
It's Frost.
Morg Fun.
Morg Fun.
It's MFR.
It writes itself.
Got layers.
It's MFA. Now, can you roll intelligence throw for me, please?
Oh, an
Or intelligence check.
Check.
That's where he's awakened.
Oh, I was about to get feeble-minded. Shit. Just straight,
You are too
just straight
smart for your
intelligence.
own good.
Just straight in.
And she melts your mind.
I'm not rolling hot. 16.
Oh, that's fine. You are making your way around this, and she's around this lazy river, and she is casually talking with you, and just randomly she says, "Would you like to know one of my favorite things about running being a part of the Gondola Swans.
Yeah, happily, yes, please. Are we
Do you have-
still in the mine place?
No, she's just talking irregularly. Do you have a favorite number?
No, but I have a number that seems to be coming up again and again in a pattern, a fixation of a number, let's say.
So do I. The number 8.
Oh.
If you notice, the entire carnival is shaped like an 8. The lazy river shaped like an 8. 8 is a symbol of infinity. When I was younger, my favorite number was 3. It's interesting to think that 3s pushed together create an 8. Don't you think?
Now Frost thinks that she's coming on to him.
You may be wondering how I got here. About to push my 3 into the filthy back feathers of a giant talking swan.
At the Dragonfly ride, they were also going in a figure 8, and let me tell you, the number I was that I am so fixated by is currently 3.
It is quite interesting. I think we've met for a reason.
Yes, I would agree. I would say that it is fate.
2 minds meeting by fate. A cat and a swan.
Sounds very fairy tale-esque.
Ah, yes, at the Witchlight Carnival. Anyway, the ride's over now. Get out.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Gideon just killed a man?
Oh, keep your voice down. We can't confirm
No,
that.
I think he was pretending. It's a classic pratfall of these clowns over here.
Yeah, give that guy some laughing taffy.
They're not invulnerable.
Nick's don't been like that. And we know from experience, alright?
First of all,
That man was dead.
that didn't bend. That's snap in half, all right? Not that.
Bobo is legendary.
Excuse me. The ride has come to an end.
Everyone
we
get
gotta
off.
go.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm disembarked.
There's about 15 minutes until the big top show. If you're planning on impressing Mr. Light, you might want to consider thinking about what you're going to do once the event starts.
Oh, do we have to come in with a plan, or just tell us what to do? We just do it
No,
better
you
than
will
everybody
ask
else.
if anyone in the audience has some trick or performance they would like to perform in hopes of gaining favor for Witchlight Monarch.
I got a trick I can do. I can throw a meatball so hard and kill somebody. Damn.
I'm not sure that would impress.
Well,
As for you,
you haven't
Frost,
seen it happen.
if you ever find yourself looking for more intellectual friendships, please, further rides are free.
Oh, thank you for the ride.
For you.
If there's time, I will be back here.
You will.
I would love to see you again.
You will hear as I pull up a stool and I stand up it. I kind of get in the way in between the Swan and Frost, and I'll say, "Now, Frosty and I'll probably be busy doing the word jumble. Very intellectual pursuit on the coloring page with our crowns. Thank you very much. Very intellectual, and he even lets me do the word search on me own for the first 20 minutes before he helps. Very intellectual." Okay, goodbye. Thank you for the ride.
Congratulations.
I hopped out.
It was a pleasure, Featherine.
It was lovely to meet you, Frost. Enjoy the rest of the Witchlight Carnival and good luck.
We have to make our way.
We gotta lay low, alright?
Why?
Hopefully we gotta clean them up. What do you mean, why?
I was talking to Featherine. What happened?
Gideon killed a
Nothing
clown!
happened.
I know.
Nothing.
Wait, no, let's just. He's probably not dead. It's a very classic pratfall amongst these edgier clowns who are a little bit more experienced. They're like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to die so the kids go cry, and when I come back alive, oh, they give me lots of money for me booze.
I hope I'm wrong.
Stop killing clowns.
That's what I said!
Listen,
Please!
well, but let's also not glance over the fact that you owe me 20 electrum.
Oh, what's the conversion rate?
I don't know. I actually don't know what 20 electrum is.
Look, that's not your gold. That's Mr. Garu's gold. Don't you fucking touch that gold. Write him an IOU.
What? Oh, this is like the carnival. This is like our carnival all over
Don't
again.
use your ticket. You're gonna be taken by some slam pig in a moment.
Keep it in game, Derek. Keep it in game.
I've been waiting to drop that one for 2.5 hours.
The self-restraint that I have, I want everyone to know.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, there's something seriously wrong with you guys.
Here you go.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't sign it.
Oh, yeah, sign it. I got to be able to collect.
Okay, so it's
Anyway, we
20
don't know that I
extra.
killed that guy. We just know that I hit him real hard. I didn't realize that when I threw that, I was going to break the sound barrier and then his neck. I just thought I was going to hit him with the squishy meatball and it would bounce off of him and I would just be like, yeah, look at that accuracy.
Are you sure you killed him? And in the distance you can hear.
20 electro.
Thank you.
Look, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you were meant to kill him. The amount of times you've accidentally killed someone, it's ridiculous.
I don't think he's dead. I mean, come on, it's a carnival. Nothing bad can happen here.
Can we walk and talk?
No, we're walking towards this. We're gonna make sure that he's okay.
No, we have 15 minutes to get to the big top.
But Bozo, we gotta just check on Bozo real
I
quick.
think it was Klutzy and I don't want to go over this. The next time I get haunted.
You know the name of the man you killed.
Oh, is Bozo the next one?
The next time I get haunted by the last person I killed, I want it to be kind of like a, like they don't know who I am. They don't know why they're there,
Gideon, remember the number 8.
Oh,
There will be 6 more of us.
oh no. It's like, instead of my 7 evil exes, it's like my 8 evil dead ghosts that haunt me that also happen to all be clowns. God. If we'd had
If
these
this
guys.
becomes a thing, I'm gonna be fucking lose my mind.
Every time, when we ever have combat, I'm gonna
Rico.
kill like a.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, at disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
I gotta get my Miami dice. Natural 20, okay. 2 in a row. 2 in a row.
Disadvantage?
Okay.
What was that?
Pretty good.
20.
Okay.
Well, we gotta go check on Clutchy to make sure he's alright.
Well, hold on. One thing that I want to clear up is I wear a bow tie.
Well, yours is a very nice bow tie. This guy had a stupid looking bow tie. I couldn't see that he was a clown. I didn't know that Gideon has an arm that is a clown-seeking missile thrower.
Oh, you dared him to do it. You bet him electrum piece.
I didn't think a plant-based. If that was genuine muskrat meat, it would have splattered on his face. The children would have laughed.
You know what?
Goblins would have laughed.
I like where we're going with this. He actually survived the impact, but he had an allergic reaction to fake processed vegan.
Oh, it's basically synthetic.
Yeah, I didn't actually do it. It was just triggered his allergy inadvertently. I'm like those fry shops at the boardwalk when the peanut allergies.
Just like that.
Yeah,
They put
somebody's
fans
walking by.
behind the fries to attract customers. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
really,
I
where's
wasn't
the
involved in any of this.
responsibility fall?
I was having an intellectual conversation, and I turn around, you've killed another clown with an impossible ball. I'm going to the big top. If you guys want to go to investigate this new body, that's fine. But I feel very strongly that we need to be there. That it's fated.
Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do about that clown? There's no pigs around. Well, actually, we could take him to the pig.
I think he's already disposed of.
No.
Greco, roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Oh. Okay.
And we don't perceive anything going on inside. Look, I agree. I think we do what we can. We got to impress Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and I think with our abilities, it's going to be easy compared to
May
all
I
these.
twist?
You may not. I will twist of dread you. To make it impossible for you to twist.
13.
Okay, you will fail. You immediately feel your body start to tense up. And the rest of you don't really notice, but Greco does get a little stiffer as he starts to move a little slower. Greco, you begin to see things that the others do not. You see a strange, shadowy woman that has a She's colors of purples, blues, and grays. And on her face is a mask shaped like a crescent moon. You see a tiny, almost frog-like creature as it moves towards you, licking its lips. It's clearly humanoid in some way. It looks like a mix between a child and a bullywug. And then you see the sow pig. As it moves towards you, almost jittering, as if it's moving through space and time in a different way than the rest of you are moving through this carnival. It stops next to you, it looks up, and it says, "Where's your ticket?"
Oh! I knew it was happening right away.
I totally didn't. Oh, my ticket!
And you realize you can't speak, but you are verbally communicating. You're communicating with your mind. But you're frozen, you can't move.
You should be at least used to this.
Do we see him freeze?
You do not.
Oh, am I able to respond?
Yes, you can respond. You
with your mind.
You are frozen in space. You can respond with your mind. I just want to apologize in advance for what is happening here, but this is your fault. So.
My ticket. Me buddy Gideon is holding on to it. I have it there. It's right there in his pocket.
Did you give your ticket away?
Oh no, it's just the ink is really what I was just showing him.
You're not allowed to be in the carnival without a ticket. She's not happy about this.
Oh no.
The rule of reciprocity means that if you sneak in, we take something of yours.
And she reaches out and touches Hootsie.
No!
And in the span of a second, all of it is gone, and you are able to move. Hootsie is nowhere to be seen.
There's a slam pig and took Hootsie!
What said Grigo? Did you say slam pig?
Can we stop saying that first of all? What happened to Hootsie?
Hey, also, I don't know if you realize this,
And so
but
for you, those of you that were not Grico, it's almost as if time stopped. And so essentially how that worked is time stopped, you felt frozen, and because you did not have a ticket, this entity, Sow Pig, is able to take something from you, one of your most treasured items. And as Hootsie is your most treasured item, the Sow Pig has taken Hootsie from you for not having your ticket at the carnival.
And I'm not aware of this as Frost, but for my meta, and you don't have to answer, the Sow Pig is the same creature that we saw in the mirror. Okay.
But there was two other things with it?
You also saw two other entities.
One was a frog.
I will actually show you a photo of what they look like.
It was a moon-masked woman and a kid bullywug.
It will make it a lot easier if I just show you what they look like.
Man. Well, there's 3 of them. That's cool. That's not important.
Certainly not a coven.
These are the things that you see.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
So it is it's like half frog, half person.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no!
I'm gonna put it on the. Once you're done looking at it.
oh jeez.
What is it with you and Covens of Hags?
Oh no! Oh, coven if I've ever seen one. Holy cow!
Oh wow! This is straight from the Medulla, yes?
Yeah,
Yes, this is straight from the
Look
Medulla.
at that. That's like
Oh
Okay,
no!
so
like a
Tree-
Yoda bug.
Tree creature
It looks like
man.
Clone Wars Yoda.
Wow. I'm a soldier. Tree creature man, dude.
On the nearest starship, focus your fire. Fuck.
Just say what you mean, Yoda. We're in war. We're gonna die.
So anyway, for just to clear everything up, for you 3, it was as if time stopped. And in that span of the stopping of time, Grico was able to see things that move between, almost as if they're moving between time itself. And they were able to come up out of the carnival. The other 2 lurked in the shadows while Sow Pig came up and took what was owed to the carnival for not possessing not having a ticket in your possession while being inside the grounds.
Hey, good go.
And then time reactivates.
So it would be like to us.
As
we'd
if
just be
a
walking
second.
and all of a sudden Hootsie
Hootsie's gone.
blips from existence.
Gregor.
Hootsie! Hootsie! Where did she just go?
No, they get the pig mask girl, and she came and she had a lollipop, and there was a frog. It wasn't really a frog, it was like a really creepy homunculus thing. And then there was a really creepy, it was tall, the tallest one was a moon mask. It was very, very witchy.
What, the shadow?
They took Gucci!
What are you talking about?
Oh, and that is a good question. You see that the little pumpkin that Hootsie was holding is now just resting on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
No, I did this.
Why did they do that? Why did they take her?
I don't know. I thought that if we just all had the tickets, that it was fine.
So it's because you didn't have a ticket.
I have a ticket. I'll just
give Gregor. I know it's an IOU.
Well, what I was gonna say is...
Fuck Mr. Guru! Yeah! That's probably... I throw you like way more than 20 Electrum pieces.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is you didn't even write 20 Electrum on here. You just drew 2 giant breasts.
No, I didn't. I wrote Electrum.
Look at this right here. You, Kermit, tell me these are not just 2 giant breasts you drew here.
I mean, those look like Scurvy Dave's mermaid tits. That's right.
Yeah.
No, look. It's an I, and it's an O, and it's a U tree.
I've never seen any eyes like that.
No, look. He said LX term. LXTRM is what he wrote, so that's just how he spelled Electrum.
As soon as you give the ticket back to Gricko, he may have Hootsie returned to him.
Well, okay, all right. Take the
right.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me
kill me, 'cause I want a bow tie.
He gave me that. What? I threw one impossible,
and you killed the clown because he had a bow tie.
No, he had a stupid. Anyway, Hootie's gone.
Gricko, you found your ticket.
Oh, my ticket! Oh my goodness! It was right. It was literally a foot and a half from me. Me old lad Gideon was going to hold on to it while I washed my hands of candy floss like that young raccoon gentleman.
Did they ask you what your prized possession was?
No.
Did they present you options to give to them?
No, they just took Hootsie.
So they stole Hootsie.
They stole Hootsie.
Well, that's like rule 3 or something. They can't steal.
I ain't making a pass though.
Well,
wait, do they work for the carnival or not? How does this work?
I think it's punishment. I mean, he did something bad, and then that was the punishment.
But wouldn't that imply that this is endorsed by Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
Well, now we gotta speak to him.
Well, so maybe we'll go to the big top. You know, I don't know, I'll set Frost on fire or something. It'll be very exciting.
We've never done that before.
Well, that's why it'll be exciting. It'll be new. The screams will be real.
Well, yeah.
And then
I already know what I'm doing at the big top.
Oh, well, we're doing individual. Okay. Well, I thought it was kind of a group thing, but okay.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, and then, you know, I don't know. You do some cartwheels, and it'll be very flashy. We'll, you know, we'll become. Listen. We'll come to Monarch. We'll get with Mr. Wedge, Mr. Light. We'll find these couple of, you know, rambunctious scamps. The frog thing you're talking about. How about, you know, will we get them?
It was like a really gross little green thing.
Listen.
Oh, frog is an insult. I'm sorry, Mr. Froggy Spirit. I'm sorry for comparing.
I'll kneel down and I'll pick up the pumpkin. Rio, I think that you have to carry this for Hootsie. I know you're hurting right now. I'm sorry, friend.
You're right, Frosty. If I carry this pumpkin, then logic dictates that I will fulfill her pact, and they will have to return Hootsie at the end of the carnival. According to Fey logic, I think.
There's rules to this, yes. There's definitely a pattern. And when you gave your ticket away, they jumped on us immediately. Jumped on you. We're all in this together. You've seen the pain in the others who have experienced this, and now you are yet another victim. Let's go to the big top and see if we can impress Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and win an audience with them.
And they can probably help. If they know all that's going on, that raises a lot of questions we should be very careful about.
If they're in cahoots, then we will...
Hoots! Oh!
Frosty!
Oh,
you dummy. For someone so smart. It was right there.
Wait, it's a different kind of smart.
Hootsy the Cahootsy!
Hold on, Brickle. That reminds me. Didn't you originally steal Hootsy from this exact carnival 8 years ago?
Oh, I did! Oh! Is this what they call just desserts?
I mean, maybe this is sort of the reciprocity thing happening. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
8
it's kinda
years
one of the
delayed. Oh, 8 years.
Yeah.
8 hags, 8 clowns. Oh!
Look, we can try to get it back. What I'm worried
It has
about
been 8 years, hasn't it?
is that when we get to the big top, I was planning on our big ace up our sleeves was going to be a dancing owlbear. Who could say no to that?
That's what I'm saying. She was our tour de force.
I mean, we can come up with something decent, I guess, but without Hootsuite, she's sort of the centerpiece of the whole operation.
As I imagine is a performance by individuals. They talk about awarding a crown. How are they going to award 4 of us a crown if we work together?
Well, if we appear as Carnival the crew, maybe they can give a crown to Carnival the crew, and then just, we'll put it on a nice shelf somewhere.
We're going to have to play it by ear. There's perhaps minutes left before we enter the big top and attempt to participate. Rico, you're going to be all right. We're going to solve this. We're going to get Hootsie back, and you're going to feel all the better.
Yeah, and you know what? When we find those things that took Hootsie, I'm going to punch one of them real hard.
I hope you should probably punch the pig, but that frog had a really stupid looking face.
Yeah, well, I'll punch
Can
whichever
you punch
one.
all 3 of them?
I'll punch all 3 of them, unless I get the sense there's some kind of combined horrible eldritch evil, and if I hit them, I'll explode into dust.
I think that actually might be the
Then
case.
I won't hit them, but if I get the sense that I can hit them and get away with it,
It's going to be all right.
for you.
Do you think they have corn frogs in the big top?
I feel confident about it.
Or we could at least pick one up on the way. I think we do have a little bit of time.
Loudly booming over the carnival, you hear the
And now it's on time.
you hear the sound of the calliope boom out, loud, boisterous music as you hear Big Top Extravaganza! Tonight at midnight, prepare to be delighted! Who will be crowned our Witchlight monarch? Join us in the Big Top just before dawn to find out.
Is it 11 p.m.?
It is probably
Like
11:55.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like-
All right.
Oh, wow, it's already midnight. I guess that makes sense. We got here at 8 o'clock and 4 hours later.
Just as long as nobody all fades away into ghosts at midnight, I think we're going to be fine. Let's make our way.
All right, so we're all going to do our best to win. It doesn't matter. As long as one of us wins, we can get an audience, hopefully all 4 of us, with either Mr. Witch or Mr. Light or both of them. And then we complete our case about Hootsie. And I guess that halfling too, but I mean, they can't like that. That's going to be bad for business if they're not associated with the carnival.
There are many pleads that I would make. Pleadings. That's not quite the right word. There are many things we need to learn from the
Please.
2 who run.
No
Yes.
D.
Thank you, please. The 2 who run this carnival. We need to learn more about what this Kenku is up to. The nature of the centaur who we promised we would help.
Oh shit! Is somebody keeping track of all these?
I have it right up here.
facts that we got to deal with
Yes.
when we get to the fucking Feywild. All right.
All right.
Hold on.
Mhm.
I just had the greatest idea.
Oh.
If we help all of these people get their people back, then they will have to help us get Hootsie. Huh?
Imagine if we solve the problem, what's happened to these people. We'll have gotten Pixie back in the first place.
Well, I think we can. Whatever happens, we can try to make a deal. And that's where I'm a Viking, as Frost says.
What does that even mean?
I don't really know, but he says that when he's good at something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I also say, "Oh, it's a donkey."
I don't even know what that means.
I remember, when we would travel all the time, he would say, I'd be sleeping, he'd say, oh, Rico, wake up. Oh, look, it's a donkey. I'm like, I know, Frost. I've seen donkeys before. I know they don't have many of them in Yulong.
They're just hilarious, especially when they get drunk on fermented fruit.
I mean, I know it's quite charming, but I've seen so many donkeys.
I like donkeys.
Well, there you go.
I like them almost as much as our friend Kremmy likes unicorns.
Oh, I really do. I haven't found a new person to tell that to, but I like unicorns. Like a carnival goer.
It's two people carrying a stretcher with a dead clown on it.
Oh.
It is.
Oh no, is that Klutzy? Oh.
Klutzy the clown. May he rest in peace.
Come on, Grigo.
All right.
You want one of us to carry you?
No, I can walk because I have to carry this pumpkin with my own 2 hands and my own 2 feet for Uzi.
Everyone keep their ticket on them.
All right, don't lose it. Let's go. Keep right here.
Yes, very smart. Oh, my robe doesn't have any pockets.
You make your way towards the big top. The roof of this tent reaches towards the night sky in 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning golden stars. Painted wooden panels in the tent walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drifts out through the canvas door.
Do you think this costs a ticket? Like a punch?
You don't see anyone there taking punches.
This feels like one of those free kind of.
I would say it's easy to see
events.
that this is a free event.
Beginning, middle, end are the free ones.
Were there any corn frogs in the way? I would have looked at.
Looking inside, just glancing inside, you see that there are dryad-like entities that are making their way throughout, and they have little trays of confections and different drink beverages and food, candied popcorn, some candy floss. You do see a tray of fairy cakes.
I'll look for something savory that would be the closest equivalent to a corn frog.
Oh, they definitely have corn frogs on a stick.
Oh, I grab 4. A corn frog, Rico.
Oh, thank you, Frosty. You're a real lad.
Did you get his French dressing?
They were surprisingly out. Apparently, it had been carted off to a sad child somewhere on the other side of the carnival.
Standing behind you, a very tall dryad looks down and says, "We've got French dressing.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some?"
Yes, please.
He takes an acorn and pours some French dressing into the acorn and passes it to you.
Do you have a large size, enough that we could take a bath in?
Yeah, that'd be great.
What?
Like if you were gonna take like a popcorn bucket and fill it with French dressing, would you be able to do that?
If you can give me a minute.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
What are we gonna do with that much French dressing?
Probably let someone drink it. I don't know. Who's asking?
And he makes his way towards the back. You see that there's an exit towards what is clearly the dressing room and the stagehand area. And you even see a ways past, I'll say, the way that it opens, because this is quite a large dryad. The way that you see it open, you can see that there is clearly a carnival wagon that says Witchlight Carnival, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Oh, okay.
Back behind the big top. And you see Burley, the bugbear, standing outside of the staff tent, as well as the dressing area, as the flap closes and your sight is cut off. And it takes like 5 minutes or so, but eventually the dryad comes back out with a very large pumpkin that has been hollowed out and filled with French dressing.
Thank you very much. Look at that, Grigo.
Oh,
they have a room
wonderful.
of dressing.
Oh,
a dressing room, a dressing area.
Oh, a dressing room. Oh, I'm shocked.
We'll just
Oh, is that what French dressing is?
I got you 6 more corn frogs for your French dressing, Grigo. Eat up, buddy. I know how much you love it.
I must have been thinking of something else.
That was an island.
I look at the guy for the pumpkin. I just like turn around. I place the pumpkin down behind the trash can. I throw the completely doused corn frog. Thank you, Frosty.
There you go.
Oh, just like Uncle Globo used to make.
The tent is filling up quickly. You find your seats, you sit down, you are able to get, have quite a few confections and some bubbling drinks, and the mood here is high. The mood of the carnival, even though a clown has been killed recently, is still high.
Just a group of children
It
crying.
helped improve the mood. Yeah, he was a horrible showman.
No, this show's good. I don't want to live. Classy was my favorite.
But it is filling up very quickly. It feels like most of the people at the carnival have made their way here. This is quite the attraction. As the lights dim and a hush falls over the crowd, a second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe elven figure sitting in a silver hoop, suspended above the center ring by silk robes. The elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond-paned mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane. Welcome, one and all, to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted. He spreads his arms out and begins to fly out into the air, the weather vane spinning in one hand. It is with an unfortunate tone that we must set the stage today with an in memoriam for Klutzy the Clown.
Okay, I mean, come on.
May he rest in peace.
They even like that guy?
But now let's have fun as the carnival begins. He slowly lowers himself down. He is incredibly thin, incredibly tall. His face is completely painted with opalescent makeups. He is bright and glamorous, and he looks like he is being in the spotlight is his favorite thing in the entire world. As he spins his weather vane and smiles, he rushes up to people and makes bubble animals just by simply blowing on his weather vane. The kids cheer and clap. He looks towards one of the people in the crowd and he says, "What is your wildest dream? What is your wish?" And they look up at him almost stunned. "I know what it is. I need you to roll a d8. One of you. Just roll a d8.
Oh,
a D8. Do you get
One.
it?
Sorry, I have to find the switching between two documents. The Firefly Circus! Let it begin! He blows once again a massive bubble out of his mouth, and you see inside of it hundreds of fireflies swirling around and sparkling. As it flies up into the air, he slowly sinks back into the shadows.
Very cool,
The bubble
very
pops, the fireflies shoot all over the room as they begin to perform a circus for you. You see a genie or an ogre dressed like a djinn as he makes his way out and sets up these tiny Ferris wheels and a hamster that's dressed like a lion. And these fireflies perform a small circus for everyone as everyone claps and cheers.
Oh, tiny hamster.
Impressive. I didn't know them to do
Pretty
that.
good.
You enjoy the Firefly Circus for a bit. Mr. Light eventually comes back out. He performs a routine as he dangles from silken ropes. He sings a song that's almost a haunting melody, where everybody in the place begins to lull back and forth, almost as if in a trance, just staring at his utter perfection, before pointing at yet another person in the crowd and asking them what their wildest dreams are. Please roll another d8.
I got this one.
I think
If
we
it's a
each
one,
get two.
roll again.
I understand the reality of the universe.
Where's my D8? I want a very specific D8. There it is. Keep me honest here, kid.
Well, it's a one.
It's a one again. Should I re-roll?
Reroll. If it's the same number, reroll.
4.
Just for you, the satyr fiddler takes the stage, and you watch as a satyr fiddler moves out into the middle. He is quite beautiful. His outfit is covered in nothing but vines and flowers. No cloth, no leathers, no shoes. He's dressed purely in greenery as he pulls out a fiddle made from curling oaken wood. It looks as if it was naturally formed and grown into a fiddle, not carved in any way whatsoever. The strings on it are these beautiful taut vines. As he begins to play, the bow that he's using is not like any bow that you've ever seen. The what would normally be hair, horsehair normally, is a beautiful stained glass-like butterfly wing that he uses to stroke the vines as he begins to play. And up out of the ground arise what look like small plant-like creatures that dance and move. And as they move towards people in the crowd, they're overcome with this this feeling of the need to dance. I need you all to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, this isn't nefarious.
13. Am I proficient at
15. 15. Sorry, I can't do math.
15.
Should we be twisting?
It's up to you. We got him. We got him
7.
days.
I don't want my mind to be addled. I'm gonna let it ride. 8.
22.
Gricko, Cremy, you are not touched by this music. You're not overcome by it.
Yeah.
But Gideon and Frost, this music is powerful. You feel, even though there are no drums, the stomping of these dancing plant creatures as they make their way throughout the crowd resonates within your chest, and you feel the beat, the internal beat, as you are overcome with the need to dance. You both rise, you among many, many others in this place, as you feel the need to dance.
Wow, this is quite a
What are y'all doing?
You don't
dancing. You can't recognize it?
You don't feel compelled to slide to the left,
Oh.
slide to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Clap your hands 3 times.
I like that Gideon's doing like a little shimmy, a little shimmy, shake sort of deal. But
Yeah.
I mean, are you being magically compelled to do this? Or I mean, the song's all right, but it's not. I mean, it's not that good.
I can stop at any time.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and stop.
Well, I don't want to stop.
I listen to the music though.
It's a banger.
No, you know, kind of slaps a little bit, Cremy.
Look, I can stop, but I don't want to.
I can stop
And the song continues. And eventually the satyr makes his way back behind the curtains and Mr. Light comes back out. He performs another routine where he's hanging from these beautiful silver rings and he's flitting and dancing between them. All the while glitters raining down over the crowd. Butterflies alight into the air and flap their wings, the iridescent stained glass nature of them catching the lights and causing a kaleidoscope of rainbow light to wash over the crowd. The sounds of oohs and ahs are booming throughout this place. It is a spectacle as he once again moves towards someone in the crowd. This time, he descends from the ceiling right in front of you, Frost, and he asks you that question. Let me know what it is that you dream. And without even saying a word, you feel your mind go to all of these places. I need you to roll a d8 for me, please.
2. And for my rolls, 1 + 2 is 3. I love 3.
I love 3.
He smiles and winks at you, and you see that he looks at you and then he looks at the rest of you. And you see a smile on his face that he hasn't done to any of the other contestants, almost as if recognizing you, having heard about you, noticing you, as he once again ascends back to the top of the big top. And a small hat box is brought out into the very center of the big top. And it sits there. Everybody watches. There's almost an uncomfortable silence for a moment as 1 minute, 2 minute passes, and then finally the hat box begins to rise up on a silver thread. It looks like sparkling spider silk that is carrying the hat box up towards the top of the big top. And you see that this hat box has a lid on either side. And just as it lifts about halfway up through the big top, both of the lids fall off, and inside of it is a tiny halfling contortionist that begins to bend and twist themselves inside of this hat box. The box far too small for them, but their lithe abilities allowing them to contort themselves into all of these different positions. They make the letters of the alphabet. And then you hear a chorus of very small chipmunks off to the side begin to sing nursery rhymes and children's songs as the halfling contortionist performs visually what the songs are portraying inside this tiny hat box in the very center of this big top. And everybody cheers. It is quite amazing.
That's pretty good. Look at that.
See how long that halfling was in that box?
Wow, Grammy, this is so much better than our carnival.
It's remarkably better. It's just amazing.
That halfling sure can't hold their breath long enough.
Well, I don't see you.
What? Oh, for the box trick?
Yeah, yes, Gideon.
Yeah,
That was the whole trick.
We always we went through so many escape artists.
And look, I didn't see you finding any singing chipmunks to bring in the carnival. That was your whole deal.
Oh no, I just had the one gerbil that tried to sing, and they were just, it's Dark Gerbil's world, it's Dark Gerbil's world, and then repeat.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
sing.
Those were such beautiful singing chipmunks.
Also, we're like 4 performances in. By now, I feel like you would already be escorting most of the audience out.
Go for the next round of the show and collecting the nickels. Exactly right. How are you gonna make money if your show goes on and on and on? You gotta cycle the crowd through.
The entire crowd is clearly here. There's no crowd to cycle through. This is such an extravaganza that no one was willing to miss this. As once again, Mr. Light descends from the roof of the big top, reaches out to an audience member, and I need you to roll a d8 for me, please.
I've rolled mine too.
5.
You would get 5. A troop of 7 clowns emerges from the back room. You can clearly see that there should have been 8, but one of them, dear Klutzy, is missing, as they pull a large cannon towards the center of the big top, and you see that there is a large sign on it that says, "Rest in peace, Klutzy, you will be missed," as all 7 of the clowns climb into the top of the cannon, into the barrel of the cannon. Mr. Witch descends from the ceiling again on that same silken spider's thread, descending like the fool, hanging by his leg as he ignites a match and lights the cannon. He takes the handle and he begins to spin and spin and spin as the cannon's turning and turning and turning. And with a loud pop, a clown shoots into the air, doing flips and acrobatic tricks as it pops and bursts into glitter. Another one does the same. They tumble, they dive. That one did. It's not death.
Real clowns! Oh, finally, I haven't killed a clown!
It's like clown fireworks, you fucking weirdo!
Why does this always happen?
Oh, God, do you think it's because I prompted this? One of my greatest desires is to slaughter a troop of clowns?
I think you cursed.
I am not fucking here. Number 5 is troop of 8 clowns launching themselves from a magic cannon.
I love it. But wait, do you think that my desire actually had the cannon blow
There were
off?
supposed to be 8 clowns tonight, Gideon. You're fucking with the numbers.
Why do you hate clowns? What does clowns do to you?
It's not, I don't, well,
Tell us about your Oh, I actually heard Gideon's. I know why Gideon hates clowns.
Why?
what?
We don't have the time for this. This is truly an insane clown posse.
Wow. I'm just...
Well,
They're flying into the air, and just so I have the correct visual,
Yes, they
disappear into fireworks.
They do look like they disappear into fireworks. You're seeing that as they explode into like glitter and lights, it creates butterflies and stars and beautiful flowers as it shimmers. And then you notice as just as quickly they tumble and land with a flourish on the ground before replacing themselves into the cannon. As Mr. Light spins it and spins it and spins it, they shoot this way and that, bursting and then materializing back on the ground to do it all over again.
Can I request that the 7th one, just to really salt the wound for Gideon, be the face of Klutzy as it like
Absolutely. No, what I will say is
in
at the very
firework form?
oh, Frosty, it's no,
at the
insult.
very end, they all load themselves back into the cannon, and Mr. Light spins them even faster, even faster, even faster. They all shoot out at the same time, and in unison, their beautiful fireworks fireworks spectacle creates an in memoriam to Klutzy. His face smiling, his nose honking as they all tumble down into a solemn prayer-like motion as a hush falls over the crowd, a moment of silence for a clown lost this day.
Man, who knew he was allergic to impossibles?
You know, I'm just gonna say it. They seem weirdly okay that he's dead. I mean, he was clearly murdered. They don't care.
What is with you? They used to be good at crime.
They're wearing makeup. Look at their faces, and they're actually doing like.
My Pagliacci.
Exactly.
Look, again, I'm saying we got out of wanton murder a long time ago. We went clean with the carnival. You understand?
I don't understand. I think this is another manslaughter situation.
Clown slaughter.
What?
Clown slaughter.
You're right. They're not men. They're
Wait.
clowns.
What if it was the pig, the frog, and the moon?
What do you mean?
What killed Klutzy? If it wasn't
It was very
Gideon.
clearly Gideon.
If it wasn't Gideon, especially not because I didn't suggest it, I said hit the guy next to him with the stupid tie. I thought it was a stupid necktie, not a bow tie. Bow ties are cool, Grammy.
I feel like we're gonna have this conversation.
The memoriam is still going on. Oh, the chipmunks are singing.
Lights will guide.
I'm just saying, like, it's almost
Bridge
like,
over troubled water begins to play.
it just feels like this happens a lot, and they was ready to have an in memoriam for a clown. Isn't that kind of weird?
You guys are all missing a huge opportunity here. As they walk away, they sing "Send Out the Clown."
They do, yes, you're right. That's exactly what happens. As the clown extravaganza comes to a close, once again, another audience member is queried. Please roll a d8 for me, please.
Oh, as you. What haven't we gotten? 2? We got
3, 6, 7, and 8.
3.
Immediately, you hear Flight of the Bumblebee begin to play as out from the curtains behind, you expect to see something significantly larger. What's happening? You don't see anything at all until you realize it is a pixie chariot race. As 2 pixies, one in red, one in blue, begins to race around the entire big top. Some of the dryads that are milling about begin to start taking bets. Are you for blue? Are you for red? Who's going to win the pixie chariot race?
Right,
Place your bets now.
I'm putting a gold piece on red by a wide margin.
I've always bet on red.
20 electrum pieces on blue. Blue's got it.
Oh, red. Are you kidding
20
me?
double or nothing. 40 electrum pieces.
No, last time I took an IOU from you.
I'm not giving. No. This isn't Mr. Garu's. This isn't Mr. Garu's goal.
Okay, fine.
It's my goal.
You realize, looking at this, that the pixies are their chariots are pulled by weasels.
Oh, what are the odds? Are there any odds listed anywhere?
No.
Oh, well, I guess red. I mean, I don't know.
It's a Feywild. Just pick your favorite color. Blue. 40 electrum on blue.
Oh,
You got
40 electrum?
What do you think?
You don't have it. You gave me all the gold.
I'm with Gid. I'm on red.
Red.
I'm on blue.
I'm on red.
Well, when I win, I'll get all your gold. Probably. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, that is how it works. It goes into a pool, and then it's distributed across the winners. So if it's you, you get literally all of it. And if it's us, we have to
There's
divide
a lot
it
of.
three ways.
Look at all. Look at everybody
We're
betting.
just betting in a pool here. We're not
Oh, look at that bear folk. He's like, God, there's a huge pile of platinum pieces. And he's sloshing around that ye old fashioned, really. Gosh.
That brownish tan suit, though, is awfully tacky.
It doesn't even fit right.
Yeah, it looks so small.
Oh, I think he looks quite charming.
And over here,
He's having a
way
good
too short.
there's
time.
an orc talking about boogles.
The pixies race. The weasels are madly running out of control as the chariots move and move and move and move. I need you to roll. I need you to roll a D100.
Come on!
I'll do
Come
it.
on, Blue!
I got you. 15.
15. Red wins by a hair.
Oh,
You watch as the weasels move this way and that. Blue is in the lead. Blue is going to make it, but what's that? A small rock? The weasel stubs its toe on the rock, flips into the other weasel, knocks the chariot over. Pixies are flying just in time for Red to slide in and take the win. The crowd goes wild, but
Blue.
not as wild as you would hope. I need you to roll another D10 or D20 or sorry, D100.
I cheer out loud, pumping my fist and going, "Yeah, run!" And as I do, flames will shoot out from like my hair, my shoulders, my fists.
Literally
just, like,
Fiero.
igniting.
Roll and a performance check for me, please.
91.
Oh, amazing. You, the cheers erupt, but it's not as loud as you would expect. It is very clear that most of the people in this place had voted on Blue. The payout for Red is going to be quite substantial.
Yeah!
All right.
13.
13. Okay,
right.
well, I got a natural 1, so that works out well for you. As it is very clear that your exuberance at winning this and this display of fire has caught the attention of Mr. Light. As he looks towards you, he raises his weather vane wand and shoots a stream of bubbles at you that make the shape of bubbly flames as it engulfs and swirls around you, his laughter booming out throughout this thing. He seems very pleased with you. Please move the happiness meter up by 1.
Oh!
This is how we joke.
It's like Hades from Hercules.
Yeah.
He once again moves towards someone and calls out one of their greatest desires. Please roll a d8.
How much gold did we win?
You'll find out after the TikTok extravaganza.
Nice.
You can collect your winnings as you exit the tent.
Did we get 4?
We did.
We did. You're at 6, 7, and 8 are the only ones left.
Thank God we're not in combat. Jesus.
You got an 8?
8, yeah.
A pink silk ribbon descends from the roof of the big top as an elf ballerina spins down the length of the ribbon. The music is slow and soft and beautiful as she begins to dance. She's entrancing the way that she moves. It's almost as if time slows down with her every motion. She waves her hand and creates a beautiful magical wardrobe that opens in front of her. And these dancing interactive costumes appear as she slowly melds into them and becomes a different character. A beautiful Rococo queen as she bounds around in a dress that has hips for days. And then she finds another outfit, a forest fairy, as she slips into it and begins to glide through the air, spinning on her tiptoes. She is hands down one of the most beautiful women that you've ever seen in your entire life. Gideon, you're sweating profusely.
I wish I was that black leotard.
She makes eye contact.
Slip right into me. Don't think about it. I just wish it was the case.
That's a picture.
She does make eye contact with you, and she smiles softly at you as she winks and continues to dance. It's very beautiful. It calms the crowd a little bit after the Pixie race, and you all feel yourselves relaxed as you listen to the beautiful music and you watch the live dancing of this elfin ballerina and her magical wardrobe of animated outfits.
That was quite nice.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
Eventually, Mr. Witch descends again, or Mr. Light descends again, and pulls another hope from someone, another dream.
You seem quite attractive.
Roll a d4, and odd will be 7, and even will be 8.
Perhaps you'll be.
Or roll a d8, and we'll do even or odd.
Well, 7's all that's left, right?
7 and 8.
No,
So 6 and 7.
6 and
6 and
7.
7.
Perhaps you'll be able to meet her in the staff area.
I'm excited for the staff area.
7! 7! Lucky 7! Oh, that's right, Mr. Bearman! 7!
With this, Mr. Light announces audience participation is a must for the next act. As about 15 goblin jugglers make their way out onto the floor. They begin to juggle large batons. As they're juggling 4, 5 at a time, as Mr. Witch calls out to begin throwing items at the goblins. They'll be able to catch them and juggle them.
can you juggle totems? And I'm going to pull off all of my totems, not my owlbear whistle. But I'm going to pull off my Froghemoth, my Goralin, and my Rook, two-headed vulture Rook totems, and juggle all of them and get a little bit of spirit magic going.
Roll a performance check.
And then toss it to them.
Roll a performance check at advantage because of your innate juggling abilities.
Okay, natural 1. Okay, just while we roll at advantage. Natural 20. You gotta give it up. You gotta give it up.
You do. You pull out your totems and you begin to juggle. You're doing so well that some of the crowd is so interested in what you're doing that they look away from the big the goblin jugglers in front of them.
Folks.
You hear clapping and cheers, and you have clearly gained the attention of Mr. Light as he looks towards you with a smile, his pure white teeth shining in the light of the big top. He is incredibly happy with you as he watches you juggle out your totems. The goblins dance and tumble in a way to get to the places they need to be to catch them. They add them into their juggling routine and then toss them back at you. They even toss some of their totems back at you, and you begin this juggling back and forth between them. Mr. Light lets out a loud cheer of happiness as you do this, and the happiness meter goes up by 1.
And I think all this time I would probably be having like spirit forms like Udyr, like, like these blue spectral monstrosities kind of rising up, maybe following the totem. It almost kind of looks like kind of crashing and moving around like some Arden wheeled ship. If you
Save it for your show.
Oh, just it's just teasing them. The prestige comes later.
Do you want a crowbar or any of my things?
Do you get to saw?
I have a steel mirror.
How about this? And you'll see this huge knife like start to fly towards you. To juggle. You can juggle knives, right? And it'll just dissipate. I use minor illusion. I'm just kidding.
And this lasts for about 10 more minutes before all the goblins finish their juggling and they take a bow.
Nicely done, lads!
They're all bowing on one leg as they have their batons balanced on their back leg as they take their bow. They have batons balanced on their heads along their backs. They whip them into the air, catch them all, turn and exit the big top. Everybody claps and cheers as Mr. Light pulls the final act from one of the members of the audience. And you see the lights go dark. Completely pitch black.
How do they do that?
What's happening here?
As all of a sudden on one side, a flash of fire ignites on a torch. Fire. All around in a circle. Just torches of flame undulate and move. Everything is silent. As all of a sudden, in the very center of the room, you see a large, roaring tower of flame that bursts up towards the very top and illuminates Mr. Light as he dangles there, just mere inches from the flickering tip of the flame. It illuminates him in a way that you can fully see the sparkling abilities of his outfit covered in gold and jewels and glitters. He is quite spectacular as he rolls around on this silken red thread, pretending to be turned in a spit, but as if he's enjoying the licking of the flame. Before the flame slowly goes back down, and you see standing there in the very middle, a tiefling holding a torch. As he places it into his mouth and breathes out a large breath of fire that takes the shape of an ancient gold dragon that spins through the air and whips around everyone. Once again, he places the flame in his mouth and blows it out, and you see dancing fire methods as they appear in the sky doing a fun jig. And for the next 10, 15 minutes, people will call out things that they want to see as this tiefling fire breather breathes in the flame and shoots it out towards the crowd, creating these beautiful flaming depictions of real life creatures or events, sometimes almost as if conjuring minor illusions and performing full displays of storytelling with just his fire breath.
One of the gondola swans.
And you watch as from his mouth erupts what is clearly featherine, riding down a twisting lazy river.
Oh,
Wow, he did the river too.
That's a river of fire. It's like Featherines in the 9 hells.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Unicorn!
They already said unicorns.
I want to see more of them.
He takes one of the torches again and places it into his mouth, and as he pulls it out, he lets out a large rush of fire. You see a flaming bull chasing hundreds of unicorns into the sea.
Oh no! Oh,
and if you
God,
got that
man.
reference, we can be friends forever.
I got the reference. No.
Pumpkin, Dullahan, Headless Horseman with the pumpkin and the fire.
That's a good one.
That is easy enough, as once again, this time he takes 2 flaming torches and places it into his mouth, and he lets out 2 simultaneous fire breaths. One of them is a horse. The other one is a headless man chasing after a rolling pumpkin, and as he catches it, he tosses it onto his head as he grabs onto the side of the saddle and flips himself onto the steed and rushes straight at you, Gricko. You watch as this Dullahan is charging towards you, and as it gets to you, it looks like it's about to run you down as it disappears in a puff of smoke.
Did you have one, or can I go again?
Oh, please, go again.
Mr. Light and Mr. Witch, the fair runners of this carnival.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check at advantage, but he does it.
That's pretty good.
As you see, as he picks up two torches and places them in his mouth, the entire room alights in flame and light, and you see that Mr. Light is dangling from the very top, just spinning on this beautiful, almost like a silken seat. As he smiles down at you, he catches your eyes, and you can see the approval on his face as this tiefling conjures the image of Mr. Light very clearly there, as he's looking dapper and powerful as he struts around performing magics, and behind him, someone you have never seen before, a plump man with a top hat as he spins his pocket watch. He has a somber look on his face, almost the exact opposite to Mr. Light, who is jovial and flamboyant. Mr. Witch seems much more cool, calm, and calculated. As the two of them intermingle with each other, you watch as the weather vane, as Mr. Light's weather vane changes his expressions from incredibly sad to incredibly happy in the flick of emotion, as Mr. Witch opens up his pocket watch, and you see the spinning dial, and it changes time, where once there was no carnival. As the dial begins to spin, the carnival begins to appear, and as it goes back towards 12 again, it disappears into his pocket watch as if conjured purely by the magic held within. They both take a bow in their flaming forms, and the light puffs out. The tiefling takes a bow, lets out a roaring flame across the crowd that says, crowning of the Witchlight monarch, right just before dawn, and everybody cheers and claps. Mr. Light descends from the top of the big top, and he looks out to the audience and proclaims that the final act is one to be performed by the members of the carnival. Who is capable of entertaining the crowd?
I got an 18 on my persuasion.
Okay, thank you.
Us, we are.
Tons of people cheer.
Old pros.
Here, I think I can.
Old pros, Goblin.
Please.
I'm using my minor illusion to make a big flashing neon arrow pointing at us.
And I'll flame up.
I'll have a large blue Gorallan spirit appear above me, and with these wooden tribal drums and a spirit, and it'll be hammering it and drumming to draw attention to us. And I'm kind of clapping along with the rhythm.
I just
You do that, but you see that his eyes linger on you, still thinking about the request of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light being performed in flame, and it does seem to have an effect on him as he hushes the crowd. And he takes his weather vane and he calls out, "The Carnival will choose." As he takes it and he spins it on his index finger, and he watches the weather vane spins and spins and spins and spins until it comes to a stop, pointing directly at the four of you. He takes a bow and motions towards you and indicates for you to take your place on the floor of the big top. What will you perform for the crowd?
I don't have any ideas.
I don't know why you chose to do this if you didn't have any ideas.
I mean, I have ideas, but what are we going to do for all of us? What do you mean?
Something that involves everybody.
It's just that we practice. Oh, okay. Right? Yeah, just like we practice. Yeah. Okay, Crummy, you got it.
What did we practice?
Well, Crummy's got it.
Oh, then Hoochie was the key to all this. It was like Jar Jar.
I mean, I don't know. We can just, do a bunch of fantastical shit.
I can do some fire stuff. I can whip the chains around. Snap, crackle, pop. That kind of thing. Throw people around. Cartwheel. Jump pretty high.
I've never seen you cartwheel before, Gideon.
You haven't seen me cartwheel before?
No, I've never seen you cartwheel.
Well, that makes sense. I've never done it. But I assumed that I would be able to.
This is a character, so I'm going to turn off the
Oh, we may as well just roleplay a little bit. Little Frosty uses a little tabaxi.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, just nothing involving clowns. We got to keep them away, or they're going to see that I just inadvertently, horribly manslaughter clowns without any regard.
I feel like there's some... Well, you got really drunk once. Like, really, really drunk, more than usual. And
Yesterday?
Well, no, like
The day
a while.
before yesterday?
Well, yes, but not this drunk.
The day before that?
And you told me your whole backstory with clowns. And I think that's why you have a subconscious urge to murder them. But anyway, I've had a lot of circus peanuts. I don't mean the actual peanuts, I mean that candy that's really bad, but I can't stop eating them for some reason.
You said peanuts, right?
Yeah, peanuts. Woo! Who, the bachelorette party's over there. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, well, I'm clapping. Oh no, we're down.
You are now down on the big top stage.
Feels a
The
little familiar.
crowd is cheering for you. Mr. Light has just announced your arrival, and a hush falls over the crowd as they await for whatever it is that you plan to perform.
All right, just follow my lead.
Okay.
Can do.
It's like the old usual Carnival crew special.
Let's just do our normal act.
All right.
Okay.
Again, when I say flameo, you know what that means.
Hotman.
Exactly right. Welcome, one and all, to This Carnival Has Been Lovely, but we are simple performers from Carnival the Crew, the second greatest carnival in all of Avantris.
Yeah! Cheer!
Please enjoy the performance. And I will wave my cane, and you will see these four kind of glowing orbs appear above my head, all four different colors. There'll be sort of like a reddish, orangish neon that sort of floats above Gideon. There'll be a green one that floats above Frost. There'll be a blue one that floats above Gricko, and there will be a kind of a purplish pink magenta one that floats above me. And I'll say, introducing Mr. Gricko Grimgrin and his wonderful monster spirits. And I'm going to probably do a little bit of juggling, but this time it's going to be way more impressive, where I'm going to basically blow all of my spell slots. Maybe not. Maybe I won't. But, because I'm probably going to get into combat. But I'm going to blow.
I would say for this, you don't need to.
Okay.
The innate magic that swirls throughout this carnival, especially the big top, you're able to harness to do whatever it is that you want to try to do. You will be rolling, for each one of your performances, you will be rolling a performance check.
Yeah.
At advantage because of how impressed Mr. Light is with you. currently.
And so I will do juggling, and then you'll see a huge froggy myth, a huge which is basically a big frog monster with 3 eyes and tentacles, a big Gorallin, which is a huge fanged gorilla monster with 4 arms and a long tail, and then a rook, which is basically a giant 2-headed vulture monster, kind of a flare up, and then there'll be spirit energy, and I will go into a number of Steve Irwin-esque stories, but I'll start saying, now, for this first, take you, Crummy, our ringleader, and now, in certain parts of Avantris, they keep an ear to the ground. And do you know what that is, boys and girls and everyone watching? Oh no. Do you all feel it? I'll feel it.
Minor illusion.
A hush falls over the crowd as everyone is feeling their seats. They can feel the rumbling. There is no rumbling, but the sound of it is making them feel like the entire thing is shaking. Everybody gasps and stares. Everyone's so nervous they can't even speak.
Oh, it's coming! And some call it the land shark. Those who are uncreative will prefer the music of Jimmy Buffett.
I don't know, just go with
He's a ghost like keeping his job. Others...
That's my joke.
Others who don't know how to pronounce anything call it a boulet! But that's entirely wrong. Oh no! It's the fearsome predator, the burrowing bullet! And a huge blue spectral bullet spirit. This massive, part shark, part, almost rhinoceros-looking creature with a huge, long, beak almost, or bill, will burst out of the ground, a spirit of it, and then crash down, and I'll try to have the spiritual energy make it look like it's erupting out of the earth and crashing back down. And that'll be my portion for this.
The entire crowd erupts and cheers. Well, roll a performance check.
Oh!
You're at advantage because Mr. Light is happy with you.
Okay, 2. I'm twisted. 10. May I twist it?
You may.
Come on!
Roll a D100 for me, please.
Natural 20. Oh! And then a D100.
Yep.
57. I can reroll if you
I don't
need.
think we've gotten that one in.
You cannot say the beginning of any words.
Aku! Aku, Remy.
Thank you, Gregor. That was quite phenomenal. Next, you'll have mysteries from far beyond our own realities. The wonderful mystical mind of Morning Frost.
The crowd cheers. Ooh, ah. Ah.
Rusty!
Ah.
Hello. We know not each other. You're probably wondering who is speaking to you now.
He said the thing!
As this has been happening, I've been looking around for something high up, like 30 feet up, that I would be able to get to in this time.
What kind of thing?
Like a trapeze platform.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, it's there.
You've seen many great performances and attractions, many delights this evening. However, I would point your attention to the fact that all of them require a somatic component, a verbal piece, some sort of performative art. Watch now in amazement.
The lights dim, and you are surrounded in a beautiful jade light, flecks of gold.
As I disappear before your very eyes. Misty step, I disappear to the trapeze spot, and I would appear to be gone.
Where did he go?
I'm up here.
The light shifts to you. It actually shifts somewhere over again. Oh, there. And then it finds you.
Through the power of my mind, I have transported myself, and feeling the natural magics of this space, I will once again demonstrate this impossible power. And I disappear back to where I was standing.
Oh, where did he go? And once again, the light is going everywhere, trying to find you. It can't find you.
And I'm back to exactly where I was
Yeah,
standing.
but it doesn't know that, so it's looking at
I'm here.
Oh, and so it finds you. Roll a performance check at advantage.
18.
You are easily able to do this disappearing act, and the crowd is loving it. They, especially the light having a hard time finding you, just shows just how disappeared you were. The crowd gasps and awes, and there is an energy that is just building in this place. This feels like a true ending performance. And all the while, Mr. Light is dangling from the very top of the big top, looking incredibly pleased and incredibly curious.
I'm not going to push it.
Do it.
Mr. Light, I would ask that, I know this is an audience participation performance, but for my next act, I would ask that you join me down here in the circles.
Mr. Roll a persuasion check.
Rusty,
Rusty.
I believe in, ooh, and I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
May I twist this?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
Please.
absolutely.
Roll a D100.
66.
Oh yeah.
2 3s. Same thing. Fate.
You were once again overcome by the concept of death that is unbearably sad. And you burst into tears.
Mr. Light.
What did you get for your persuasion?
No.
He rolled a natural 1. So funny enough, he does actually descend from the rafters as he stands before you. Actually, he stands behind you, his arms outspread, the spinning. You're able to actually look at this weather vane now. It is topped with beautiful iridescent butterfly wings that spin in a almost like an orb of glitter. And you see that it is thrumming, a Derek word, with magical power.
I love to thrum. I see that Mr. Light has come down, and Mr. Light, if you won't mind, I'm going to attempt to pry into your mind.
He looks at you curiously, but he nods.
Mr. Light is a willing volunteer. We've never spoken before. We've never met before. I'm just getting to know you. Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He reaches out his long, slender hand,
And
the proper hand.
I take his hand, and I'm doing that mentalist thing where I'm like sort of like getting a sense of him, not just like shaking his hand, but like also making him comfortable, starting to touch his shoulder. Mr. Light, you can relax. There's nothing to be afraid of. Help me understand a little bit about yourself. You haven't spoken this entire performance. What would you? Do you have anything that you would want to say to the audience?
He looks about. Well, I think we have someone running for the Witchlight Monarch, don't you, audience? And he smiles and winks, and everybody cheers and claps.
I'm gonna use the same kind of bullet effect to basically that's me spamming Mold Earth to kind of to have like the little puffs of explosions behind Frosty.
You speak truth. You speak truth. He speaks truth, everyone.
The crowd erupts.
You, if you don't mind my asking, how long have you been running the show in the big top here at the Witchlight Carnival? And I'm continuing to sort of walk around him and get a sense of him. And it's in this moment that I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and get a sense of his mood in this moment.
You're just trying to get a sense of his mood.
Top level. I'm not probing deeper.
He announces over 100 years. And his surface level thoughts are, very talented, but a little too curious for a cat.
And over 100 years, what a magical experience. You look so young for 100 years. I'm trying to get a little bit of a laugh or a chuckle out of the audience.
And they do, and you're still probing his thoughts? Immediately, his thoughts change from being concerned about your curiosity to, I do look great today. I wonder if it's the fit on my new outfit.
Darken the lights with your permission.
The lights dim.
I will now probe into the mind of Mr. Light and attempt to pluck a hidden truth from the mind of Mr. Light.
You feel him tense up a little bit, but he doesn't move away.
I will stand in front of him and for a beat, while everyone is silent, I will probe deeper. He can choose to resist and make an intelligence saving throw, or I can ask him a question he must ask truthfully. Or, if he's immune to charm, nothing happens.
Yeah.
I have always ruled that whether somebody is immune to charm or not, they can still choose to fail. He is going to choose to fail.
He chooses to fail. That is usually how this trick goes. I will reach forward with my mind, and I will...
You will hear in the back of your mind, I know what you're doing. Be careful, cat.
Oh, that's fine.
Ooh. Seems okay.
And I will ask my question sincerely. Trying to think of how to word it in exactly the right order.
Playing with fire, Ross.
That's my job. Stealing my whole act.
Spooky. Oh, it's too spooky.
What can you tell me of somebody that you lost?
Your greatest loss?
You see a look of sadness on his face. And instead of answering you, he flicks the witchlight vein, and you see a major image appear up in the sky of him as a young boy, all dressed in black, standing over the recently interred ground of his parents at his parents' funeral. I want you to move the happiness tracker down by 2 notches.
Back to square one.
That major image having appeared, I'll turn and to the audience. Mr. Light has graciously shown us his greatest loss, his parents. I'm sure that's why he strives to spread joy to all of you. Thank you, Mr. Light, for participating. Thank you for letting me demonstrate the powers of my magics.
The crowd collapse lightly, and people look around. What was that? That was fucking sad. Who asked a stranger that kind of question? Is Mr. Light gonna be okay? And you see as Mr. Light slowly, he looks at you, and he looks at you. His eyes linger on you for a little bit. I want you to roll an insight check for me, please.
Finally, something higher than 12.
22.
You see a very heavy... He's smiling at you, and on the surface, he looks like he's pleased with you as he claps loudly for your performance. But as his eyes linger on you, you see a look of very heavy suspicion and a flicker of anger behind his eyes as he slowly ascends back to the top of the big top.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to send up there pretty quick, Mr. Light, because the fire rises. Oh yeah!
Raps and cheers.
I'll jump in front of where Frost and he was and just fire off two. Not really like fire him off, but like spurt fire a little bit.
Mystic goal! A pretty blood runs in his veins, giving him extraordinary powers of fire and extraordinary feats of strength. Take it away,
And
Mr.
I will
Gold.
demonstrate both right now. For you don't want to be late to catch your ride. And I'm gonna blast. I'm gonna just really turn on. I'm gonna heat up. I'm gonna not get covered in fire, but all of my kind of more fruity features are gonna inflame and emblazon, and the fire off of me is gonna be like licking out as it turns on, and then. I'm gonna pull forward my arms, and you're gonna start to hear a whir kick in from my manacles, and a sound you guys would have heard before. But as the fire starts to dim down just a bit into my chains, as the ends heat up. Oh. As a steam engine whir
I can't believe I didn't recognize that.
As my chains blast up, the chains ignite at the tips. My red hot eyes, I look out at the crowd as I start to spin them, and slowly I slam the ends into the ground as I start to pick up my pace. Behind me, to the left, to the right, slam, small explosions eat into the ground, blackened, darkened spots as I spin and I whirl with almost an acrobatic grace, hopefully. As the ends slam and explode, I do a final forward spinning flip, the chains spin in the air as I land forward, the ends smash into the ground, and with a quick pull, I sign my signature as I have just drawn the emblem of the LaCroix, the Carnival LaCroix, into the ground.
Roll
in
a performance
fire.
check
And
at advantage.
I was
My
gonna
final
say.
signature was Cremmy's mustache on his smiling crocodile face. If that's our emblem.
I love it. If that doesn't get him.
All right, I'll twist it too.
Roll a D100.
Yeah.
One more twist.
One more twist.
All right,
That was so good.
twist.
I
That was
Roll two
great. That was great.
D100s.
That was
All
great.
right, I'll roll 2.
One more twist.
One more
I'm gonna
twist.
roll 3.
Yeah. You
I'm not
gotta do
even
it.
good at this.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You deserve better. Well, thank you, chat.
Roll 3 D100s.
It'd be like a performance. It'd be a 10.
Funny enough, the DC was only 10.
Hey!
God.
All right.
Oh,
43.
Okay. Your skin now becomes hot pink instead of red.
Oh, actually,
Might be
kind
an
of
improvement.
Yeah, might work for the act.
I did that.
Oh no, it's part of this train.
63.
Come on, Bobby, let's go, Bobby.
All water tastes oily.
Okay.
I got that one. That sucks.
And 83.
Roll that one again.
66.
I think we just got
Oh,
that one.
you made it. Just got
Do another one.
That one broke me.
75.
You hate all children and animals.
Fucking kids.
But the crowd cheers. They burst into. Please mark these down because they are going to be relevant. What your effects are, because they're not going to stop. Yes. The crowd bursts into massive cheers, and Mr. Light slowly descends halfway from the top of the big top, and he announces another round of applause for Carnival Le Crew. What a spectacular performance from these strapping young lads. They are definitely in the running for the Witchlight Monarch. And if you would like to see the crowning, please be here just before dawn. 4 hours hence. Enjoy the carnival. May your emotions rise. The lights begin to swirl and rainbow magic moves this way and that. You are not ushered off of the stage, or off of the middle of the big top, but you notice that everyone else is beginning to be ushered out as Mr. Light slowly descends off to the side, and you see as he makes his way over to a very large, very muscular bugbear. He leans in, he looks towards you with a look of uncertainty as he leans into this bugbear and whispers some kind of order. The bugbear nods as Mr. Light lithely skips out of the tent. The bugbear moves towards you, and he moves towards you, and he crosses his arms over his chest. He looks at each one of you and he says, "Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have requested an audience with you in their carriage." And that is where we'll end the session.
Hot damn!
Oh, yeah!
And so you will be going into your audience with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light with your existential dread of death, your inability to say the first letter, and whatever 3 ones you got.
My skin is hot pink, water tastes like oil, and I hate kids.
And animals.
Oh, and animals.
Yes, kids and animals. What's next, Derek?
Thank God Hootie's not here.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's a monstrosity. It's different.
Don't go anywhere, because we're not actually done. The session's over, but next is Avantris and Chill. What's Avantris and Chill, Derek?
It's this thing where we talk.
Mace, what's Avantris and Chill?
Avantris and Chill, Rich, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
It's where we go after the session, decompress, talk a little bit about what we absolutely loved, share story times with
Everything
you.
we hated.
Everything we hated, especially, that's the top of the list.
Yeah.
Answer any questions you have and just get to take a moment where obviously we're playing always, you're spinning through. This gives us a chance to just kind of interact with you guys,
That's
reminisce.
what I was gonna say. Why'd you skip over me and go right to Mace? I don't understand.
You gave an answer.
Streets behind, kid.
Unlike Gid,
You gotta keep
behind.
up. You gotta keep up, Frosty, all right?
Yeah,
It's all about action
yeah,
economy.
that's right.
You know? You talk too much.
That's true.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Join us. We're going to flip over.
And join Discord if you're not.
Which doesn't actually mean anything.
If you are going to head out, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with this campaign, Once Upon a Witchlight, next Wednesday. But before that,
Wednesday.
if you want to join us for a hangout stream, a chill, intimate hang out with Mind Flayer tier patrons or above. Join us on Patreon.
Always good
That's
time.
this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of fun. We have great discussions. We might be painting minis. We might just be chatting about D&D. answering all your questions.
we go down lots of tangents and rabbit holes about movies and shows and all sorts of fun stuff.
So-
It's a very chill hangout stream.
If that interests you, head over to Patreon and join at the Mind Flayer tier or higher. And then, other than that, anything else coming up?
No,
No,
just
that's it.
more Witchlight.
more Wednesday, and then more. And we're gonna be at Anime USA.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be at a couple conventions, and this campaign will start getting it up on YouTube this Friday. So
Yeah.
if you haven't caught up yet and you want to watch it on YouTube, stay tuned.
The bot is down. Strawcast.com.
The bot is
for all of
down.
our link.
That's weird.
Apparently, I will sing you a song.
Well, I think regardless, if you go to legendsofavantris.com/Discord, that should get you to Discord. You shouldn't need the link. And
We'll cut over.
we'll cut over. Stay tuned.